welcome to the Foxhole, everybody. Let me turn Rosa on over here real quick. Not that way. Why? Oh God, come on. Why is it not?
Yes.
There we
We're
go.
doing an early stream today, Marco, because today is Patho's sister's birthday. And Patho wants to go, which means we need to end early so that I can shower and go.
Right. So we got a lot to get to.
We do.
So I guess with that, let me say hi to chat real quick. Hi, chat. Hey, Marku. Hello, and yay. I don't expect us to have a gigantic audience tonight. At least for the beginning, because we are not on the normal schedule tonight.
Well, I'm actually grab the link and post it in the in my server.
Okay.
We'll have to do that.
Oh yeah, I don't post in your server. I only post in my personal server and the collective Discord.
Yeah, I post in my server because I'm here and I'm live.
Yeah.
It counts.
Oh, 100% it counts. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.
Hi, Junebug.
Hey, Junebug.
Howdy.
How are you? But yeah, I posted a link. Actually, let me do this. I'm just gonna post it right in. Come on. There we go. But that is the link over on Rumble. We are on Rumble for the first time tonight, chat.
Wow.
It does not have a description.
Rumble debut.
Because it doesn't allow descriptions as long as the ones on for YouTube. Like YouTube description actually allows for like a short story to be published into it. It's like what, like 5,000 characters or something.
It's pretty
like
big,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean
it's
that's
a
like
lot.
yeah, it gives you a ton of room. Rumble, I don't know what the limit is, but I'm pretty sure it's nowhere close to that high. And so I wasn't able to.
Yeah, it is 5,000. Yeah.
For what? For Rumble?
No, for YouTube it is 5,000.
Yeah, for YouTube. For Rumble, I'm sure it's not that long. So I need to figure out what the character limit is, so that I can actually give it a description. We'll learn it. We'll learn it and get it figured out. But yeah, it is inevitable that this channel will eventually get banned, and Rumble will be and Twitter will be the only places we can broadcast. We preemptively banned ourselves from Twitch with the show, for crying out loud. Like, we don't even broadcast this to Twitch because like we know what's gonna happen. So I figure might as well get it done now. But anyway, welcome everybody. How was your week, Rosa?
My week was pretty good, honestly. We like day 1 of the week happened to also be like the last day of the month for the previous month.
Right.
And so we were a little bit behind on monthly, and so not only did we catch up on monthly, but that essentially put us ahead for the week. And so we hit weekly like yesterday.
Yeah, yes you did.
Like,
I know, because I made the final donation.
Thank you. But yeah, like we've been like ahead of the week all week. So it's been nice and unstressful. I've been able to just vibe and just enjoy what I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
Without like worrying, I guess. But it's been a good week. We've made really good progress on Cyberpunk. Finally at the point where all we really have left to do is story and whatever side quests pop up, as a result of story progression, which is not very many.
Oh,
most
so
side quests are
the non-fixer related side quests then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because the
fixers, all the fixer quests are done.
Yeah, those are the bulk of them.
All of the NCPD scanners are done.
Wow.
All of the cyber cycles are done.
Well, yeah, you really did knock a lot of it out. Holy crap! Have you done the DLC side?
I have all the tarot cards, except for the DLC ones. No, I haven't done the DLC stuff yet.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I
So
only really
there's
just unlocked it. I hadn't done enough story progression to unlock the DLC stuff, but I
right.
just did. And so we actually unlocked the first DLC quest with the what's her name, Songbird.
Songbird.
Songbird reached
Yes.
out to us
Mm-hmm.
finally. So we're probably gonna work on that next time we play next week.
So, Justin, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will tell you that the if you follow the DLC all the way to to the very, very, very end, it will end the game. Like there is an additional game ending to the DLC. So just be wary of that.
Yeah, I've reached the point now where I'm comfortable starting because I've not been making multiple saves up to this point. But now, as far as I am, I'm going to start making multiple saves.
Yes, you need to.
So that I can go back and finish endings. So I do want to platinum the game. Sundrop, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God. Stop. Relax. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I do want to platinum the game. I know that wasn't a sale I was paid for, but back when the game first came out, the only reason why I didn't platinum it was because Bugbear didn't fucking spawn for like the Bugbear.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's like save her, give her the coolant and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just didn't spawn, and I kept coming back to her location throughout the game, like to see if she would spawn. Past updates, whatever. Like, nope, nothing. No matter what, she just wouldn't spawn. So I gave up and I never platinumed the game.
Oh.
But now's my chance.
Yeah, totally.
So now I can finally do that because I did like the game when it came out and it ran just fine on my PlayStation. The only issue I had was back then, building into reflex made you really fucking fast.
Yeah, like game-breakingly fast.
Like if you went into like some of the more condensed areas where like there's no cars and there's just people and stuff, it would crash the game because you could literally just run faster than cars.
Yeah, you could basically run faster than the game could like process the environment around you.
Yeah, and it was fine when you're on the highway. Yeah. It wasn't fine when you were in these confined spaces where you're expected to be on foot,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember. I remember I bought the game when it first released for like the last gen consoles because that's all I had at the time.
Oh man.
And so yeah, and I played it like for like an hour because I just didn't have the time for it, and then I heard all the nightmares and all that kind of stuff, and basically saying we're just like, yeah, the game is like literally unplayable on last gen consoles.
Yeah. I was working at GameStop at the time. I'm actually wearing right now my Cyberpunk GameStop shirt. Ironically, I wear it as pajamas. It's way too big for me. But yeah, I remember when that game came out, and it's just like we had constant returns for it because it literally was unplayable.
Right.
Like all the footage back then, like seeing it and like seeing how the game just basically just didn't really run properly at all.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's just like, man, why did that even release for that? Like, why? Did no one test it? Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, like, when it came out originally, I wasn't like super hyped about it, so I felt totally fine just like uninstalling it and just letting it sit in my account for like a year or so until they like got it figured out, which they eventually did. But by that time, I had a PS5 anyway. So I just played on the PS5 and platinumed it there. But actually, I don't think I platinumed it. I'm not sure I platinumed it, actually. I don't think I did. I think there's a few, like, random trophies I still need to get to platinum the game.
Buy all the cars.
I think it was, like, not related to, like, completionist task. It was more related to just, like, random, like random stupid little combat feats,
Oh yeah,
just shit like
fucking, that. Blow 3 people at the same time with like one quick hack, or
yeah, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Shoot a grenade out of the air with the revolver.
Yeah, just random combat nonsense like that. I think that those are the only trophies I have outstanding still. Yeah, I do need to eventually platinum it. I probably will try to platinum it like the next time I do a playthrough on stream. So yeah, it is what it is. What else? Anything else?
That's supposed to be my week. Me and Jasmine. Hey, shut the fuck up. Me and Jasmine were progress in Code Vein.
Okay.
So that was cool.
You guys got timed, right? Like that sequel doesn't release until next year, right?
We have no idea. Me and Pei, shut the fuck up. Me and Pei, we got through all of the main game of Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the final boss.
Okay.
So, and she wants to platinum the game, but we agreed that we'll go back and platinum the ones that she ends up liking. After we go through all the other games, because otherwise we're gonna be forever before we actually play any of the other games. So we'll make a series of her just playing them, and then we'll make a series of her going back and platinuming them.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right now we're just going through the DLC of Bloodborne.
Okay.
And then once we're through the DLC, we'll finish up Bloodborne, and then we'll start up Dark Souls 2.
There you go.
Yeah, I expect maybe like a couple more sessions of Bloodborne before we're done with it. So we'll probably be done with it next week. By the end of next week.
Okay. Yeah,
that's pretty much my week. I stopped playing Conan. I closed my Conan server.
Oh wow.
With pay. I'm tired of trying to fix it.
Yeah, it's just broken.
Last time I went to go play it, I told Pei, because I had told Pei already beforehand, like we were talking, just like in bed. I told her how like I'm never in the mood to play Conan anymore, because every time I go to play it,
you have to do a bunch of fixing.
I know I'm gonna have to fix it, and it makes me not want to play it. And so it's just like if I open it up and it doesn't work, it makes me want to quit. It puts me in a bad mood for the entire rest of the stream, and you can check and tell. Like it's pretty clear. I'm just not like I'm upset at everything.
Yeah.
When I play Conan, and so I fixed it a couple days before because we were going to play Conan, but then we ended up not. I can't remember why we ended up not. I think it got late or something. But and I told Pei, I was like, I'll open it, and if I have to fix it, I'll give it one attempt, and if it does not fix itself on my first attempt, I'm done. And that's exactly what happened. I tried fixing it, it didn't work, and I was like, I'm not going to bother trying any of the other bajillion possible fixes for this.
Yeah, it's time to just cut the game off. Like they've had years and years to solve these problems, and they haven't done it yet.
It sucks because I do enjoy the game. I enjoy the game a lot. But Jesus fucking Christ, just oh my god, dude.
Yeah. No, I feel your pain.
Fix my server like every single week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole thing is a shit show.
God. But yeah, that's my week. It's just been Cyberpunk. I put some EDF earlier and I cried.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's me.
I am at the point where I'm like speedrunning Wu-Chang. Okay. Like I am like currently speedrunning like the final playthrough I need to do to platinum the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like this will get the fourth and final ending unlocked, which is the last trophy I need. I've done everything else. All I gotta do is just beat the game one more time, basically. And so I've just been like blowing through it as fast as I can. And I got through the first 3 chapters. There's only 5 chapters, and the first 3 chapters are way longer than the other 2, the last 2. And so I finished like the first 3 chapters in like 5 hours. I'm at the point now where not like that, but I've like this is like my like new game plus, you know. And so I'm kind of like it does scale the difficulty with like the level of your character, but I'm still like overpowered, you know. Like I'm still like the early bosses I'm beating in like 3 or 4 hits. You know, just like normal sword swings. You know what I mean? Like and now
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm at the point now though where like yeah, it's still a challenge, but like it's not that much of a challenge because I know the bosses so well, and you know I'm over leveled by like probably 20 to 30 levels, and yeah, I just know the game inside and out at this point. So I can blow through it pretty fucking fast. So I'm working on that. So I'll have that platinum tomorrow. I'll actually have that platinum tomorrow, like for sure. What else? I uninstalled Marvel Rivals in the middle of a match.
Okay.
So I booted the game up for the first time in like 2 weeks just to like see if I was like still interested in playing the game. And I played it for like an hour, right? And after an hour of playing it, I was in the middle of like one of the new kinds of matches, which is like a resource gathering, like node kind of thing.
Yeah.
I had
Fucking
realized
hate
in the
those
middle
fucking
of the
forts.
match, I was in the middle of the match that over the course of the last hour, I had only felt two emotions. One was frustration / anger, and the other was just complete boredom.
Yeah.
So upon that revelation, I quit the match, like just mid-match. I just ditched out of my team. I closed the game. I closed the game. Yeah, I closed the game, and then I uninstalled it, and I was like, I'm fucking done with this. Like, I haven't even booted up like the First Ascendant since its big huge update that came out like a week ago or so. And I'm probably not going to. I'm probably going to uninstall that game as well. I think I've come to the realization that that live service games just don't hold my attention. They just don't.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the epiphany that I've come to. Like, I'm just not a part of like the live service like audience. I'm just not. At least I have so little bandwidth for it that I only have room for like maybe one of them.
Growing up, I really loved playing MMOs and stuff like that. But like as an adult, I just don't have the time. And because I don't have the time, I can't stay at the very front of like discovery in those games. Like I'm always behind other people.
Yeah.
And it creates a level of FOMO that I don't enjoy, and because of that, I don't play those games anymore.
Well,
and I was like thinking about that recently. I was like, man, could I even like if I wanted to get back into like something like Destiny, like if a new Destiny game came out today and it was like amazing and this is big open world like MMO whatever, right? Like if Destiny 1 came out today, would I have enjoyed it as much as I did when I was in school and I had the time for it?
Probably
not. And I think my answer is no. And the fact that I stream as a job as well, which means I have to do like some variety of content at least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess theoretically I could just become like, a Destiny streamer, right? But that's not something I would want to do anyway.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare. Like I feel I pity people who are like pigeonholed into like 1 or 2 games that they play on stream.
Yeah.
Like what a miserable existence that has to be. I mean, like even Skyrim grandma gave up after enough time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like as much as I love the Souls games, like I can't just play the Souls games over and over again. It's like there's other games I want to play. Right? Yeah. And it's just like I've realized that like I just don't have the time or desire to like invest all of my time into one game anymore. And that's okay.
Well, yeah, it's like my thing is that like I realized too, because I uninstalled Monster Hunter as well, because Monster Hunter is like the same issue. You know what I mean? Because I realized that like once you get to the end game,
I can't keep up with Monster Hunter.
Once you get to the end game or whatever, you like you do like a series of things, right? And then you spend like 2 hours in fucking menus and another 20 hours grinding for plus point whatever this for that XYZ marginal increases in stat. And after all that time, what do I then do? I just go back and do the same fucking series of things that I did before I did all that shit. And so I'm just like, what the hell am I doing?
I mean, I didn't understand. In Destiny 1, there was a gun called the Imago Loop. That basically was it was them bringing back. Bite me again! I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking strangle you. And it was basically they had brought back a gun from like a vanilla, right? But now it was a legendary, which means you can use an exotic. No, wait, no, the other one's legendary too. So they basically just brought back a gun and like repowered again, right? And so But this one can get random rolls rather than having like a set roll, like the one in the raid. So you could theoretically get a better roll than the original, right? But that means you have to grind the same boss over and over and over and over and over again, which only had a chance to drop the gun. And then if it dropped the gun, there was only a chance they would drop the version of the gun that you wanted. I farmed this. I farmed for this, and I got it. I got the god roll of that gun, and that was a thing I would do. I would fight bosses over and over and over again for god rolls, and I found that entertaining. Yeah. Once upon a time. I also played through a game called I could boot this game up whenever you want, and I can show you this gun. Okay. I farmed Fatal Bullet. This is an SAO game, right? At Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, and I farmed this game, right, to get the best sniper rifle in the game, right, with the best possible roll, and I farmed out additional guns to max out all of the status buffs. There's like 8 different status buffs you can get on these guns. To max out every single one of those status buffs up to their cap. Which is a very slow, tedious grind. Getting the gun in the first place is a fucking grind. Getting to the point where you even can get the gun is a grind. Because you have to play through the game multiple times, do all the side quests, do all the endings, and unlock the different version of the game, and then do all the quests for that. And it's a grind just to get to the point where you've even gotten far enough into the game that you even can unlock the best sniper. Okay?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, then it's a grind to actually get it. Because it's not a guaranteed drop, and if you do get it, there's a chance that you get it with maybe a really good roll, but it's not the highest rarity. And if it's not the highest rarity, then you can't get the maximum number of
the best stat
skill.
version. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, there's always a chance that you do get a version of it, because in that game, when you're customizing guns, each gun has a certain number of locked skills that cannot be replaced, and then a certain number of skills that can be, that are unlocked. Right? So there's every chance you get a gun that has the perfect roll, but it has one skill that is not a skill that you want, and it happens to be one of the locked skills.
A locked skill, yeah.
Yeah, so there's every chance that happens. So you have to farm until you get a version of that gun with the highest rarity, and all of the locked skills are skills that you want.
Yeah.
And then, just because it's the skill that you want doesn't mean it's the highest version of that skill. You then have to farm additional guns to slowly increase those skills by like minor percentages until you reach the cap. I have a sniper that has all the perfect skills maxed out. I can literally go up to bosses, shoot them once, and if I happen to hit the crit spot, there's a good chance that if it also happens to be, if I happen to hit their weak spot, there's a good chance that it's actually that's also a crit. And then there's, aside from there being crits, if I use the explosion, it can do a mega crit and just one-shot pretty much any boss in the game. It's fun to go back and just blast through things with it. But it was a pain in the ass to grind. But I found that fun! Like, I remember I would get up, I'd get into bed, I'd sit at my computer. Not my computer, I'd sit at my fucking PlayStation, like at my desk. I would put on a headset, throw on some Eminem on my fucking, like PlayStation Spotify account.
Right.
And I would just sit there and just grind. And just grind. And I found this entertaining. I got so good at that game. I got so incredibly good at that game. But I just can't do that anymore. I just don't have the patience or time to do that anymore. I really don't. And I look back and I'm like, man, I really enjoyed that. But how?
Yeah, it's like now it's like wow, what an absolute waste of, like, how much time did I just completely throw down the toilet, in my past, spending so many hours on doing that kind of shit. Yeah.
Looking back, I know I enjoyed it, and I know that it was worth the time because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But, looking at it today, I'm like, man, why am I no longer capable of enjoying that? Of enjoying something like that?
I don't really ask why. I just say I'm not interested anymore. What happened to you? What happened to you? I think I just grew out of it. What happens to you is that you desire more sustenance, something more substantial.
Yeah.
Now that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
Because I was on a call with Jazz, because he was playing First Senate with a few other people, and they invited me onto the call just to hang out. I was like, yeah, okay. And most of the time, like the first half, I spent like 2 hours on the call with him. Like the whole first hour, Jazz was just in menus, like looking at stats and all this shit. And I was just like, this isn't a fucking game. This is a fucking time addiction. Like, it's you know what I mean? And then when he got into the actual gameplay, it's like, it's just a big open field, and it's basically, it's one of those things where, like, if your stats are too low, then you're just gonna die no matter what you do. And if your stats are good enough, then everything around you just dies with like no effort at all. So it's like there's like zero skill involved in this game, which to me makes it not a game. Like, that's not you know what I mean? Like, games to me, like, having skill is like a crucial element to something being considered a game. But when like everything is entirely stats driven, I'm just like, well, you're not playing a game anymore. Now you're just investing time into a gambling system. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a game. You're not playing a game. You think it's a game, but it's not. You know?
I want you to know, the only trophy I'm missing on Sword Art Online to platinum the game is reaching max level for all weapon categories. The sheer amount of grind it takes to max out a single weapon category is insane.
Mm-hmm.
To do it for all of them, including some of like the less effective ones, like sword and pistol combo, which sucks, is just wild. I'm actually gonna boot up the game. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. I'm gonna go into the Fatal Bullet Reddit and I'm gonna post the screenshot, and I'm gonna ask people to give me an estimate of how long they think. People that are still actively playing the game, how long they think it would take to grind that.
Yeah. But yeah, I also rage quit Silk Song in the middle of stream. I like ended stream. I did a rage stream quit. Which, if you want to know the context around that, just go watch the shorts that I've been releasing about it. Yeah,
My good girl Sandra, what's up? Sorry, she's like sniffing my face.
No, you're fine. Archie does the same thing. He'll climb up on the desk and he'll start rubbing on my face and stuff like that. Even if I'm live, he doesn't care. Yeah, I basically just shed like a bunch of shit out of my life, video game wise. That's what I did, and focus on games that actually like bring me some level of enjoyment. Like my comfort games like Yakuza and Red Dead Redemption, those kinds of things.
I was wrong. There are 3 stats that are not fully maxed out.
Okay.
But they're very close to being maxed out.
Okay.
And they're not like the most. They're just accuracy stats. Well, two of them are just accuracy stats. One of them is like damage was like a specific type of creature, which is like whatever.
Whatever. Who cares?
But
yeah, that's,
and it's all by like maybe 3%, which is not a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this.
Okay. But besides that, I've actually had a nice slow week at work, which has been so damn nice. I had a really fun time at the convention, even though all I did at the convention was I went to the convention with my friend, and then we would like eat lunch and dinner, at a restaurant or whatever every day, and then we just kind of hung out on our own, and I slept most of the time outside of that. Because my body, man, after that project got submitted finally on last Thursday, my body just needed to just pass the fuck out and just like decompress over like a weekend, and that's what I did. So I went to Colorado, and all I did was like eat with my friend, go to a convention, and sleep. It was phenomenal. So, anyway, gosh, what else? Yeah. Played anything? I don't think I have. I started playing the Indiana Jones DLC, which I am enjoying. I actually am enjoying that. And then yeah, that's my week. So I guess with that, you ready to get into the news? I need to share my screen.
Yeah.
With you. Let me do that. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, I forgot this game also had accessories that you also have to fucking buff.
Oh, it reminds me. It's like I've been watching. I watch like Aspen Gold clips. I don't watch the streams. I just watch like the clips he releases on YouTube of various segments. And he's had like several segments about like people like spending like tens of thousands of dollars on the pay to win structure of like Diablo Immortal and shit like that. And like just the fact that people sink so much money into like basically just endless levels of bullshit upgrading. You know what I mean? Just any fucking gimmick they can think of to make you spend money. You know what I mean? It takes like zero effort on their part. You know what I mean? Because like in that game, there's like you get like the upgrades are so like focused around these gems, and there's literally like you have to like slot gems that you then slot inside of gems, which you then slot inside of gems. The whole thing is just manufactured monetization bullshit, and people suck it up. It's ridiculous.
So, real quickly, so in this game you can get accessories that allow you to avoid instant death when your HP is over a certain amount. And you can also get accessories that basically have you like automatically regen HP, a certain percentage of your max HP over the course of a minute. Okay. So I had an accessory that I maxed out the avoidance and death perk, right? Okay. Which maxes out at 10%, which means as long as I have more than 10%, and if I'm damaged by anything, I will drop down to 1 HP instead of 0. Okay?
Okay.
Pretty simple. My other accessory, okay, recovers the percentage HP. That one is also maxed out. Okay? It takes so long to do this. I also happen to get one that basically makes so that I have no weapon sway when I'm crouched. But anyways, that one heals 147% of max HP over the course of a minute. That's 2.45% of my HP per second. Which means as long as I survive essentially 4 to 5 seconds between hits, I can't die. I can't even fathom how long it took to fucking grind for that. I don't remember. I've played 262 hours in that game.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. So I guess not that long.
That seems low to me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I wish this game would more.
I spent more time than that in Red Dead Redemption 2, for example.
Yeah, I wish this game would tell me like how often I've killed specific bosses. Because like I need to understand there's some bosses that you have to grind that it's only you just like there's no dungeon. You walk through a door, you fight the boss, and then you go into a teleporter that takes you back to the engines, and then you go in and fight the boss again.
Yeah.
Like, and I can one shot this boss from pretty early in the game. So it's just walking in, shooting a boss, one shotting it, walking out, walking in, shooting a boss, one shotting it, walking out. And it's just that over and over and over and over and over again. I really wish this game would give me statistics for stuff like that.
And the thing is, it's like, you know, you become so powerful that it's no longer like there's zero challenge to it at all. It's literally just becomes like paperwork, you know.
I had a sniper build, so I still had to aim somewhat. Like so the thing with snipers in this game. So I don't know if you've ever watched Gun Gale Online.
No.
But hold on a minute. Let me put Sundrop down. I can tell she wants to pee. Hold on. Where are you going? Kennel time. Good girl. Good girl. I'm just gonna put her in the kennel so she'll hold it. So in that series, the game that is Gun Gale has a circular auto aim reticle, and basically your bullet can land anywhere within that circle. Is the way that it works.
Okay.
Right. Whenever you shoot, and that's essentially accuracy. And as you level up accuracy, the circle gets smaller.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Right. Or if you're good at predicting where the bullet might go, then, you know, great. Right? And that's kind of like the personal skill section of the game. It's mostly just luck, though.
Yeah, mostly RNG.
So
yeah.
with snipers, if you use the auto targeting system, the circle is much larger than if you just target manually, which makes it not super effective.
Do you want to manually
And
aim?
Yeah, so you want to manually aim, and even then you want to not move, because if you move and stuff, the circle gets bigger.
Mhm.
And you also want to take time between shots, because if you don't, then again the circle gets bigger. And there, again, the sniper that I have, it has a bunch of settings around making the circle get small again faster, and keeping the circle as small as possible, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So like you can build around it, but you do still kind of have to aim. Now the thing is that the game has like a very soft, like auto. I say soft. It's pretty aggressive. Auto lock systems. Like whenever you aim near a target, it'll try to snap to it.
Mhm.
Like if you're hovering your camera right, the center of your camera near a target, and you hit the aim button, it'll lock onto the nearest target to the center of the camera if it's close enough. So there is like a level of like it kind of does it for you, but that it delocks immediately. So you have to if you're like building a sniper in this game is very much like around like quick sniping. Like you have to just quick aim, shoot, quick aim, shoot, quick aim, shoot.
Mhm.
So there's like a level of skill involved, no matter what, if you're doing that. My friend built the shotguns. He just kind of just walks forward and holds the fucking trigger, and they just go off. and you can get skills that'll make it so that every time that you shoot, there's a small chance that your magazine just completely resets. And you can get that percentage pretty high. So you could just kind of just stand there and just walk around, just hold the trigger, and just have your shotguns just go around and blasting everything for crazy damage, and never end because they'll just self-replenish ammo. Oh, and you can dual shotguns in this game.
Of course you can.
You can akimbo shotguns. But anyways, so yeah, so to that extent, there's still like a level of skill involved. But at the same time, it's like if you've gotten that far into the game, like it's not hard for you anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
The skill involved is like negligible.
Yeah, and that's the point where to me it just stops being a game.
Yeah.
So, like, that's one of the reasons that I still love games like Sifu and stuff like that, because games like that, and I've grown to like Souls games more and more just because they are challenging. Even if they're relatively simple to you, like Wu Chang to me at this point is simple to me. But I still die to bosses it still happens. It still requires, it's still challenging, even if I know exactly how to beat a boss and stuff like that. I can still fuck up and pay the price for it. So it still requires you have to really pay attention. Like, just because it's maybe easy isn't the right word to me. Is the right word to use. I can't think of a good word for it now, but like, it's like you in Dark Souls 2, basically. You still died. You still die in that game,
Yeah.
And yet, but because the challenge is still there, even if you know the game like the back of your hand. So, but anyway, let's get into the news, because we are on a time crunch right now.
We are, yeah.
So let's get into it. So first, we're gonna start with a breaking story, which is the Phillies Karen. Have you heard of the Phillies Karen?
No.
I doubt you have. But has anybody in chat heard the Phillies Karen? So we're basically going to just watch this video.
Hey, hold on. Wait, hold on.
We're gonna watch this one first. I gotta actually wait. You're not gonna be able to hear this. Let me get it set up so you can actually hear the damn thing. There you go. Okay, now chat can hear it. Okay. Okay, are you ready? So this was okay. So this was at a Phillies baseball game. This dude hits a home run to left field. Okay, so this is the view from left field. Lands. And this guy scrambles and grabs it, right? And he hands it. He's got now. Look now. Here's the Phillies Karen comes chasing after him. Now you can see he's already given it to his son, his young son there that he's holding, right? And so she, while he's holding his son, does this.
Hey, get out of there! Karen! Karen!
They're screaming, Karen! Karen!
It's fucking funny.
So this is a closer view because, of course, everybody pulled their cell phones out, and with this one, you can hear her what she's saying. So that's
What a moment. Yeah.
yeah. So
Jesus
she
Christ,
she
lady.
walks over, takes the ball out. You know, that was mine. You took it from me, and takes the ball out of the kid's glove and and storms back to her seat. Right. So this went immediately viral. Like this blew the fuck up. So a young Phillies fan was forced to give up a Harrison Bader home run ball to irate fan gets meet and greet and a signed bat.
Base.
So a young Philadelphia Phillies fan got the chance to meet center fielder Harrison Bader after Friday night's win over the Miami Marlins. A consolation for having to give up Bader's home run ball following a heated dispute with a woman in the stands. The incident, which went viral on social media, happened in the fourth inning when Bader hit a solo home run into the left field stands. Fans scrambled for the ball, including the young boy's father, who walked away victorious. That's Bader there on the right. But moments later, a woman, also in Phillies clothing, approached the father and son. Several videos posted to social media appeared to show the woman shouting at the man, claiming, "You took it from me." That was in my hands. The woman could be heard repeating, etc., etc. The father then appeared to take the ball out of his son's glove and hand it over to the woman, adding "bye" before she stormed off. And so as a result of that, yeah, this happened.
Beast.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my god.
yeah.
My god, look at that meme.
Oh, I know this one. Yeah, I know. So yeah, the kid got to meet Bader, and he got a signed bat. Never got his ball, unfortunately. But at least he got like a cool little backstage moment with the
And
guy
you know
who
what?
hit the
And he
home
has a
run.
story to tell. You're like, hey, how'd you get that bat? That signed bat? It's like, oh, well, so my dad caught a home run ball,
Mm-hmm.
and some lady came over and yelled at us. So we gave it to her.
Some Karen, yeah. Now what's funny is that this is like almost an exact mirror of what happened last week with the
Yeah.
the CEO who took the hat from the kid at the U.S. Open, and the CEO just was an absolute asshole. Was saying like first come first serve or some nonsense, and then
Yeah.
and then which just quadrupled the pile on.
By the way, that CEO, if you ever watch this, you're a fucking asshole, and you can sue me over that because I have proof. I have video proof that you're an asshole.
Yeah, we all do. Like everybody has proof.
Sue me, I dare you, bitch. It's not
Yeah.
defamation. It's facts.
Well, it's like calling someone an asshole isn't defamation. Like it's ridiculous. But he eventually he did eventually apologize too. And that kid got
Oh,
the,
did he?
got the yeah, he did eventually kind of
I missed that.
get a groveling apology.
I- After he fucking, doubled down twice.
Yeah, but it's like the only reason that you're apologizing is because all the heat that you got. Not
Yeah,
because
apology not given. You're
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
Yeah,
fucking
you're not
subhuman
actually. We know that
scum.
you're not actually apologetic. You know that you're apologizing out of narcissism to try to save your own PR. You don't
Yeah.
actually mean it.
Narcissistic fucking bitch.
Yeah. And then now hang on. I don't know why I didn't bring it up. I must have accidentally closed it. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure that she was identified. She was identified, and she was actually fired from her job. Let me look it up. So it says, I haven't confirmed this because it's coming from MAGA accounts, so I don't know. But it says that she, let's see right here. This is like an example right here. So Phillies Karen has been identified and fired from her job at a school. Fucking learn English, you idiot. A school administrator in New Jersey school district. According to reports, students have been flooding her Facebook page with hateful messages, and she is not welcome to return to her position. I don't know if this is true, though. Because this one up here says that she's been identified, and LinkedIn says that she's works in social services at the Evergreens, which is a retirement community. So I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We don't know what exactly he has.
Either way, can I just say, like, I feel of two ways about this. Number one is I feel that as an employer, you should be able to fire anyone for any reason whatsoever, even if you just don't like them. Because you shouldn't be forced to work people you don't like because, I mean, you know, it just lowers work ethic. But number two is you shouldn't be fired for things that happened outside of work.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't. It's very cathartic. It's like, yeah, she got fired. She got her comeuppance. It's like I don't think she deserves to have her livelihood ruined because she got heated over a baseball at a baseball game. Like that seems like cancel mob kind of behavior. And
yeah, exactly. I don't like cancel mob behavior. I think it's stupid. But at the same time, I also think that it's just like, well, I don't know. I also think that like employers should be able to fire whoever the fuck they want for whatever reason.
I agree, but at the same time is she's the kind of person who created cancel culture in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's true. That doesn't matter to me though.
But yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings like you do about her getting fired over this.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, this is just like a woman being.
It's just cancel culture. Yeah, it is just cancel culture, and I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Like tracking, like doxing her, tracking her down, finding her job, getting, bullying her employers until they fire her. That's like classic cancel culture tactics. Not a fan. Like, I feel like this just make fun of her on Twitter as an anonymous person and move on. That's what this should be. Doxing her and getting her fired is way too far. So yeah, it is fun. Everything up to that. And again, we don't know what the truth is behind her getting fired because it's all coming from these kinds of accounts where there's, no idea. Like they all even have the exact same fired stamp. See that? Like they're all using the exact same. So I don't know. I don't know what the truth is.
All the same Indian.
Yeah.
It's the same couple Indians with, slightly changed copied homework.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see.
Farming money on X.
But that is the story of the Phillies Karen that just happened like an hour ago. Anyway, okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Sex dolls in New York. So I don't know why I had scrolled down here. Okay. Secret New York City sex doll showroom gives customers a chance to get up close and personal with plastic partners. A secret shop hidden in an Upper East Side commercial building has become a mecca for lonely hearts seeking to meet their new synthetic sex partner. So, is this a brothel, like a sex doll brothel, or is it like you buy them and take them home? Which customers who pay a $50 deposit can walk in and find a menagerie of 12 life-size dolls that cost up to $3,000 a piece. each one 75 pounds of heavy silicone or more skin-like materials called thermoplastic elastomer, lounging on sofas and chairs in their best lingerie. The strange showroom and its companion website, dollsyoucantouch.com, is the brainchild of Benji, a 46-year-old entrepreneur who spoke to the Post on condition of anonymity. So you can spend $50.
Hey, Benjamin. No, they know my first name.
You could spend like $50 to just like sit in a room with all of these things.
Yeah, to just visit a showroom and see them.
Yeah, well, you get to like touch them and fondle them too, I think. So
I see, but if you want to buy one, it's fucking.
It's like thousands of dollars.
3,000.
He's been leading tactile tours at his mysterious shop, the location of which he reveals only to the customers he has vetted since July.
Oh my god! What?
So this is like very exclusive. This is like the adult version of the club, the Club 54 club at Disneyland or whatever it's called.
You have to sign a fucking NDA to go in.
Customers signed a non-disclosure agreement barring them from spilling the tea on the Love Dolls' location and must adhere to a golden rule: pants stay on. Well,
okay, that's fine. We got zippers for a reason.
Well, here's the thing, though. That this has Fight Club, the Fight Club paradox. Then, like if the first two rules are you do not talk about Fight Club, how do new members keep showing up? You know. I mean,
well, no. They can't spill the tea on the location, but they can tell people, maybe how to contact Benji. I don't know. It's like a drug deal. It's like you don't just tell people where you need your drugs, but you on the down low.
You want to spend $50 to sit in between these two things? He got into sex dolls in 2021 after breaking up with his girlfriend and deciding dolls filled his needs better than dating apps, porn sites, and pricey escorts. Oh man, my thing was to go for prostitutes, but prostitutes were getting a little bit expensive, he confessed. His first artificial girlfriend was Gabby, a dark-skinned brunette 2021 JY doll with end cups. End cups that cost $1,200. What's a JY doll? What does that stand for? JY. What the fuck is J?
Jerk your penis.
JYP?
No.
Doll?
Your penis is one word.
Hang on. JY doll.
Jizz, yes?
Jizz, yes? Hey, what is it? JY doll CA. Oh my god, it's on Amazon. What the fuck? You can get these things from fucking Amazon.
Oh, JY doll is just the name of the company.
It's the brand. Okay.
The brand.
Oh, that's probably why it's end cup then, because you know how like Japanese cup sizes are like they use centimeters, so like an end cup is like actually like an American like D or an E cup, you know? I was gonna say like an end cup, like that's like nipples on like dragging nipples on the floor levels almost, aren't they?
Pants stay on. If you can't do nothing besides sit there, you can just sit with a mannequin in a clothing store for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey!
Yeah,
again.
but these ones have end cups.
Pants have zippers, boys. Pants have zippers. Just saying.
You can pop them out of the zipper. You know. You just got
pants are still on.
Yeah,
I
pants
agree
are
to
still
the
on.
rules.
Hell, you can even do it with the belt still on. You can have it on, belted, everything. Like the zipper is the hack.
Sure, do not kick me out. I am following the rules.
You just gotta be really careful because you
can see my pants are on. Oh yeah, dude. If like the loose skin of like your fucking of your fucking balls like catches on the fucking zipper or something.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Or if you get soft for even just a moment,
Yeah,
even just a moment.
Get all that wrinkly skin caught in that good old YYK zipper. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no! The breasts were huge, and it was really difficult to maneuver.
I think end cup is for real.
I'm in a studio apartment and it takes up some space, he told the Post, and family members started visiting me and staying here.
Oh God.
See, this
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah,
This
come
is the
away.
thing. Like one of the key things about like sex toys, right? And I think this is definitely more of a thing for women than men. Is you gotta like be able to hide it discreetly. You know what I mean? Like if you buy a full size fucking cum doll that you have full of your cum to the point where it's like oozing out of their nostrils, like you can't just like discreetly hide that.
I imagine you clean them after use, you know? Otherwise it gets all gunky.
Well, how do you know she's full? If it's not oozing out of her nostrils.
Again, you just clean them after use, every use. You just stick a fucking hose in there.
I mean,
stick a
these
fucking
things
bidet in there.
have like a detachable, like, what do they call it? Like what's the like a detachable
Like a catch?
Lovins, like a Lovins slot where it just kind of you know.
I don't think so.
I mean, it'd be super convenient if it worked like that.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I have questions, but I don't know if I want answers. I'll leave it up to my imagination.
Yeah, NDA brings up a good point. Do they have internal heaters to simulate actual body heat? I'm gonna cuddle a stone. I'll just pay for a silver veil body pillow. Yeah, Connor. Yeah. Good. That's a good point. Let's see here. I'm in a studio apartment and it takes up some space, and family members are visiting me is staying here. The average full-size doll in his shop stands nearly 5 feet and comes in every hair. Okay, so they're like a little bit. They're like 90% of like a normal like woman.
Well, yeah,
size.
he said they're like 70-something pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And they're like, you know, the average full-size doll stands nearly 5 feet, which means some of them are over 5 foot. So they're like, they're like little fucking, you know, they're like tiny little fucking.
Yeah, they're tits on a stick, is what it sounds like.
That's what I'm looking for. I was gonna say, they're
petite.
No, there's a specific fucking term for small women with huge fucking tits.
Oh, short stacked?
That's it. They're all short stacks.
Yeah, they're all short stacks. Okay.
It's an army of short stacks. That can't move on their own, so you have to like awkwardly maneuver.
Yeah, to awkwardly like move them around. So the natural born salesman who also hawks candles and furniture began selling the dolls.
I don't know. I think like the average necrophiliac understands the experience pretty well. So.
Well, these things are probably much easier to maneuver around than a fucking, you know, rigor mortis corpse. Yeah. Inside the neon lit showroom, 3 dolls sat on old couches, legs spread akimbo. Of course, the couches are old. One of them featured pointy elfin ears.
Wow.
Of course,
oh,
the
no.
elves.
Wait, they got more. They got furries.
Anthropomorphic cat's face. Oh my god, they have furry versions of this?
Do they have pictures?
The average full-size doll in his shop stands nearly 5 feet and comes in every hair and skin color, even blue and green skin. One of the dolls had a choker necklace that read "whore" and faux diamonds. There she is in her. This is badass aviators and.
Zoom in!
Wait,
zoom in!
I can't! I can't! That was an actual titty out.
Wait, what? Go up?
There's an actual titty out. Look, there's an actual titty
yeah, but it's
out.
over there. It's fine. It's not real titty. Wait, zoom in. Go up first. Go up first. Go up more. Go up more.
Oh,
so that it's just the aviators. Zoom in.
We're
gonna gain some knowledge here, boys. Autists of the internet, help me locate this location.
Yeah. Well, it's all indoors and covered by sheets, though. Like, I don't know how you would.
I need this man. We could track where he goes.
You know that this guy is named Benji for sure, though. We know that. Unless the reporter took this photo. So that's just the reporter. Wait. There's other dolls in there. You can see them over here. See that? There's one. There's one who looks like she's cracked out on this bed. they posed one of the dolls to be OD'd on the futon.
All right, let's go.
Okay, I've risked YouTube axing this stream enough already. So Some come with
I've had video game titties.
some come
on
with
screen before,
vibrating
so-
body parts.
There's your answer.
Yeah. One has freckles and with the click of a switch can warm up to 98 degrees.
Here's your
Wow.
other question.
Yeah, all the questions are getting answered tonight, chat. This is a very informative article. Another model has an articulating tongue.
Wow. I didn't even know we had the technology.
They are so realistic that the soles of one doll's feet features faint calluses.
Oh my god.
Most are fitted with
You
lighter...
got these bitches working?
I know, right?
Standing up?
Like,
Give these bitches breaks. Sex all rights. Sex all rights.
yeah, totally a
Or
matter of
human
time,
rights.
right? I mean, this is basically the premise of... Like, it's the beginning of Nikkei, right? Because remember, like, the whole
Yeah.
premise of Nikkei is that, like, all the girls are hot because they're, like, repurposed to be killers after, like, previously being, like, sex dolls and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's no other showroom that exists, you noted, and if there is a showroom that has these dolls or a sex novelty store, they have it behind glass. You can't touch them. At his shop, I'm there for an hour, just one-on-one, explaining every single doll while they're probing, they're touching, they're squeezing boobs, they're sticking fingers in orifices. It's a workout for both of us because they're like, what does this all look like with that wig on? Can you pose her in this position? So he's got to be in the room with him? Boy, oh boy, that's got to be a mood killer.
Yeah.
Deep
Wait,
pocket.
go up. Goddamn, redhead? In the fucking kitty
redheaded,
top?
big titty
The
Asian.
e-girl kitty top?
This is like Gyaru to the max right
And
here.
the unbuttoned Miami shorts?
Mm-hmm. And they're all torn as well, like the torn shorts with like the side tied and everything. What does it say? Soul
There's something
dolls you could
There's
dolls.
something wrong
sell
with the way
they
that
sell
her
scented
fingers
candles.
are positioned. There's something wrong with the way that her fingers are positioned. Fingers
Yeah.
don't bend like that.
No, they
This
don't.
feels like AI art.
There's like a sixth finger somewhere.
Nah.
Let's say deep-pocketed clients range from tech bros in their mid-20s and finance guys to semi-retired 70-year-olds stuck in sexless lives. This is the best way to do it without having the temptation of cheating with organic women, he said. Many don't stop at one doll, with most owning more than 5? Well, I guess if you're like a rich fucking, you know,
Dude.
yeah, you like 15 grand is what it takes to buy
I
5
know!
of these things.
I know some women who would prefer their husband cheat on them with a real person than a fucking doll. I don't know if my wife is one of them, but Jesus Christ.
COVID loneliness.
I've had
led
this
to a
conversation before.
COVID loneliness led to a surge of the sex doll business, but nowadays Benji sees he makes $2,000 on a good day. We're selling 1 to 3 dolls a day. Okay, so they are selling these things. They're not just
Oh,
so
some of them aren't too expensive either.
so it's like $50 to try, 2,000 minimum to buy. Or actually, no. If it's 2,000 on a good day, 3 dolls. That's less than 1,000 a doll.
Yeah.
That's like $700 a doll. A black doll is a bestseller. Ooh, we got a fucking jungle fever, lads. But some guys want their doll to be green and look like an alien with 3 boobs, and we have one.
Can I see that one? I didn't see any of the weird ones. I gotta pay $50 to see it.
He chaffs at customers who ask about rentals. We're not a doll brothel. Oh, so that's my question from the very beginning. Wow,
There you go.
all the questions are answered, chat.
He sniffs. We're not a dog brothel.
So, but you can go in and like try before you buy though, so long as your pants stay on. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the popular black doll that he sells here, I guess.
No, that's his first one. That's his first one.
That's it.
If you go up, he's talking about the first one. About how his first one was like a black girl. Go down. No, go down. It's right above the image. Literally right above that image.
That's
That's Gabby. Dark skinned brunette. I'm pretty sure that's Gabby.
Oh, okay.
I'd assume.
Sure. What does her
I don't know.
necklace say?
Maybe. I feel like dark skinned brunette is how you describe a Latina, not like a black girl. So
You
maybe
would say,
not.
You would say a black person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, either way, there you go, chat. It seems. There you go, chat. If you're lonely, there are options.
I know what I'm buying Rosa for Christmas. Please don't. My wife would kill me. Please don't send one of these to my PO box.
Yeah,
Please.
seriously.
I would have to walk into a fucking a fucking UPS, okay, and then walk out with one of these fucking things. I swear to God. I swear to God,
Yeah.
chat. If you guys made me walk into a fucking UPS one day, and they're like, "Hey, we got a weird package for you." It's like, whatever you're into, man. I might cry. I might break down. Please don't do that to me.
Yeah, that would be a little too far.
I think the
Okay.
most interesting thing I've been sent so far is Jeff sent me a sink.
A sink?
Well, not a sink, but like a faucet.
Okay.
You know?
Of all the things.
Yeah. I own a faucet.
Okay.
I have it in a box. Whenever I need it, you know?
Viking says that if we post the pic, 4chan will go from capture the flag to capture the doll. Do you know what he's referencing there?
Capture the flag, I believe, was a thing where what's his name? Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
He put a flag on the ground somewhere, and then 4chan, by watching airplanes in the sky, because he put flags down, and then he put like a camera basically looking at the flag or like live feed up into the sky, and by watching the planes that were behind it, people found the flag.
Man, I have to say that the saga of Shia LaBeouf in during the first Trump presidential campaign, during the 2016 campaign, with like the "He Will Not Divide Us" live cam set up in the middle of New York, to the flag wars and all that kind of stuff. That's got to be one of the greatest like moments in internet history. It's like one of the very first times where like internet meme culture like breached
transcended into real life.
Yeah, it transcended into real life. It's like breached containment and got out into real life. You know, what an incredible time that was. Okay, you know where they don't allow sex dolls?
Where?
Afghanistan.
Oh no. That is a crazy transition.
Yeah,
I want you to know that. This is so horrible transition.
I will reach for every segue I can think of on this show.
There are 800 dead muzzies, and you're talking about sex dolls? How dare you?
Afghanistan earthquake latest. More than 800 killed. UN official warns of perfect storm after villages destroyed. Scroll down here. So this is like it's like a timeline. They paused their coverage on the 1st of September, but this started back here. So they basically covered it for a solid day. So it's actually best.
I have a question. What does perfect storm mean in terms of weather? Like, does that mean that, like, oh, after the earthquake, something else is going to happen and something else is going to happen? Like, is that, like, what it means? Like, this is a case scenario where, like, you're going to have multiple catastrophic events occur back-to-back because of the earthquake?
Essentially,
because
yes.
I always... Okay, I'm glad I can put it into together. I always hear it said after earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes after hurricanes, because some hurricanes will spawn tornadoes. Or, like, big tornadoes can spawn with, like, smaller tornadoes.
Right.
And so I always hear like, oh, you know, like be careful of perfect storm. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like, oh, it means this is going to catalyst more things.
Yeah, there was a movie made about North Sea fishermen like a long time ago that was called The Perfect Storm. And it was like based off of like real events and stuff like that. So I don't actually know if the whole perfect storm idea was a thing before that movie came out. I don't know.
Well, wasn't the whole thing with that movie that like an earthquake happens and then it causes a tsunami, and so these fishermen, because they're out at sea, it's like the best place you want to be at during a tsunami because the waves just kind
the idea of it was they were out in the middle of the ocean already, and there was a series of storms that were like converging on each other, which was causing like the amplification of the waves that they were causing to basically you know, combined together. So it was like creating, basically, it was like a storm that was basically going to produce like the biggest waves physically possible, essentially. Hence the term perfect storm.
Perfect storm initiary is a particularly violent storm arising from a rare combination of adverse meteorological factors.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, this was September 1st. Powerful earthquake struck during the night in various areas of the Nurgle district, Kunar province, which I think is like the southwest part of the country. They made an aftermath official from the ACRS along with medical teams. I'm just going to bring up this tweet. Rush to the affected areas and are currently providing emergency assistance.
That movie came out in 2000. The phrase "perfect storm" existed way before the movie.
Okay, fair enough.
It originated from meteorologist contexts in the mid-20th century.
Oh wow, okay. So like 1950 or something like that.
Yeah, and then the use of it was popularized particularly in 1997 by the book The Perfect Storm.
Is that what the movie's based on? I bet it is.
Maybe.
So this is like a military reconnaissance. This is just showing, you know, evac efforts essentially happening. Now, initial reports had the death toll at like 200 or 300, maybe 400. But that quickly doubled over time. They say UN official says a perfect storm quake will add to misery in country suffering multiplicity of crises. So that's what the term perfect storm. Talking about just crises in general. And we have the WHO setting up treatment centers and all this kind of stuff. And then, blood donations are happening, eyewitness testimony and stuff like that. And then it gets updated just a few hours later, more than 800 people killed and almost 3,000 injured. And this is, it's so weird hearing a Taliban government spokesperson. It's such a surreal thing to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is southeast part then. Border with Pakistan, that'd be southeast. Okay. The quake struck the province of Kunar near the city of Jalalabad, which sits close to Afghanistan's border with Pakistan. Okay, so it hit right there close to the border. Okay. I wonder what the damage in Islamabad was like then. I mean, if it reached all the way out to here, I'm sure it reached to Islamabad.
Islamabad is bad. How'd they know?
Yeah, who'd have thunk it? A previous magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck Afghanistan on 7th of October 2023 and was followed by strong aftershocks. The Taliban government estimated at least 4,000 people were killed, but the UN gave a far lower number of around 1,500. It was Afghanistan's deadliest natural disaster in recent memory, so that was just 2 years ago. Children and the elderly are under the rubble after the earthquake destroyed several villages in eastern Afghanistan, and eyewitnesses said. Let's see. We need help here, he added. We need people to come here and join us. Let us pull out the people who are buried. There is no one who can come and remove dead bodies from under the rubble. And we know that like entire villages were leveled. Which that makes sense because a lot of these villages don't have a single building that's more than like 2 or 3 stories tall. You know what I mean? So, do you know what a resonating frequency is?
Mm-mm.
So, can you guess?
Can you repeat it? A resonating frequency?
Resonating frequency, yeah.
Not in terms of this. I have no idea.
Okay, so imagine you are at a there's a flagpole in front of you, and you want to shake the flagpole. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and you can imagine yourself doing this, what you're going to do is you're going to grab the flagpole and you're going to start shaking it, right? And yeah, it's going to eventually start movement, but at a point, right, you're going to find a frequency of motion that you apply to
where
the flagpole.
you have like a consistent wave from top to bottom.
Not a consistent wave, but the height of the flagpole will indicate that like a certain frequency of shaking will cause that flagpole to wobble
At the same rate that you're...
Well, it'll wobble the most, essentially. So the most you can get that pole to wobble, it'll be a certain speed that you can shake it, essentially. So if you shake it at that speed, and then if you speed that shake up, if you go even faster or you go slower, then the magnitude of the wobble will be less, right? So the resonating frequency is that frequency of shaking that causes the most
that perfect amount
wiggle. Exactly. So and what the resonating frequency, everything has a resonating frequency, including buildings. And what determines a building's resonating frequency is typically based on two things: the material it's built out of and the height, obviously. So if you have a village of nothing but buildings that are all within a certain range of heights, and then it gets hit by an earthquake that happens to be within the range of the resonating frequency of that height of building, guess what happens?
They're all going to go down.
The entire village goes down. Exactly. Which is why you see
if you have some variety in terms of heights, then some places will stay standing, some places won't.
Exactly. Plus, in Afghanistan, it's not like Japan, where they have like super high-tech earthquake mitigation. You know, like the structures are literally built on essentially controlled ball bearings in Japan and sliding plates and stuff like that. Like, they're designed to be resistant to shaking. You know what I mean? Like, they're designed to be earthquake proof. You know, they're not like that in Afghanistan. So you get the right resonating frequency for these buildings, and they're not built at all. They're built out of I'm sure they're built out of more rigid materials. You know, they're built out of like rebar and cinder block and shit like that. They're not built out of, you know, more flexible materials. And because of the rigidity, they get hit by the resonating frequency. There's no earthquake proofing, and bam, the entire village just collapses all at once. And then we just get testimony, and relief aid going on, and then they eventually paused. So yeah, the things are still going. Let's see.
Keep forgetting we have a new pope.
Oh, God. Pope Leo. Yeah, you're right. Pope Leo. I keep forgetting that we have a new pope. I'm so used to the commie pope. This guy isn't much better, though. And then we have the fear of aftershocks, again, based off of a similar, because this was a 6.0. The one that happened in 2023 was a 6.3. So it's roughly the same. And so now they're fearing aftershocks. So they're trying to prepare for aftershocks right now. Here's more. Yeah, so here's what a leveled village looks like. You know, you can see.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some of those places look like there's just someone standing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like leveled.
Afghanistan normally looks like in my brain, actually.
Yeah. Like if you didn't tell me that this was like a village destroyed by an earthquake, I wouldn't have guessed that it was a village destroyed by an earthquake.
I would have just guessed that it was like the average city in you know, in like Iran.
Or like Haiti or someplace like that, you know?
Not Haiti. Those buildings are too tall. There's not enough trash.
That's true.
But yeah, like if you'd show me that and didn't tell me there's like an earthquake involved, I'd be like, it's just like
I
Kabul.
would not have known.
Where is this? You know?
Yeah, at least at first.
What Muslim country am I looking at?
Yeah, this right here, it just looks like a few dudes trying to build something or clean something up. And that's basically it. That's all I've got. I have a feeling that this death toll is going to rise to more than 1,000. If I had to guess. But I guess we'll see. Again, it's hard to say. Like, what?
Guys just riding on top of like a truck full of like materials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard to say because like it hit this more remote area of the country and they don't have like all the infrastructure and stuff like that. So it's gonna take some time to like get to all the places, figure things out, you know, and tally up the bodies essentially, you know. It's gonna take a lot more time. And of course, there's also the fog of the Taliban who are gonna exaggerate the numbers to try to weasel more aid money and shit out of the West.
Yeah.
So yep, that's what happened in Afghanistan. What's this?
It's very tragic. We have.
No, I don't care about your commentary, Sky News. Okay, let's go back to more lighthearted stuff. Lighthearted stuff. So
Wasn't lighthearted?
this was something that I really wanted to talk about, just because I find it so damn fascinating. So like it was like a couple weekends ago. When we covered this. We covered the Rent-a-mobster service in Japan, right?
We did, yeah. I remember this.
And it was super wholesome.
Yeah.
And turns out that this is actually a really big foxhole that you can dive into, because they have a bunch of rent-a-person services in Japan, and it's been going on for like at least 10 years. So if you go all the way back in 2015, you could rent a middle-aged Japanese man. It says,
what?
Just like basically me, but Japanese. You could rent me. Like I could sign up to the site, and then people could like pay money for me to just go hang out with them. If I was Japanese in Japan, like
someone's boyfriend. Wait, hold on, sorry.
Yeah,
middle-aged Japanese man can provide.
Just looking at this dude, I totally want to hang out with this guy for a day.
Yeah, I guess he's chill. That is like an Asian version of my friend. If you guys have ever seen Casriel in chat, he looks like this but less Asian.
Okay.
More white.
So yeah, you could. This is what the site looks like. Fucking, that's like $10.
No, it's like $100, isn't it? It's $100, isn't it?
No, 10,000 yen is $100. Well, actually, it actually comes out to like $70, $75, something like that. So this is actually like $8 roughly.
That's actually $6.80 right now.
Yeah, that's like nothing. But this is also
$6.80 what, like an hour?
This is also 10 years ago. So
that's true. That would have been like, yeah, about $10.
Yeah, so this is pre. That says north. I don't know what the rest of it says. That's Dinsha. That's. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there he is. He's just waiting to hang out with you. You paid him, so he just kind of waits around to hang out with him. There he is. Hey, and then he just hangs out with you. Like, sounds awesome. There has also been little sister rental services.
Uh-huh.
So you can rent out girls who pretend to be your little sister. You can even rent a fat guy. as of 2021.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, they even have a YouTube plug for it.
Seems like, you know,
I think we get the point.
This is annoying to listen to. Seems like it's, you know, you depending on who you rent, how much fat you get for your buck.
Right? But you see here, like every person that they rent is at least 100 kilograms, which is a lot for Japan.
Bugattis.
Maybe Gotti.
Put on. Why does the Bugattis think somebody want to rent a commercial clients? They say they can provide plus-size models and extras for photo shoots, TV movie filming. However, individuals can also rent a debut person for personal non-business purposes. With us just I want help eating a crazy large portion menu at an item at a restaurant. I want help
Pay a
picking
fat
out
guy
a
to
present
get
for
fatter
someone
with
I know
you.
who's heavyset. I'm doing cosplay and want someone to dress as a heavyset character from the series. I want someone to stand by me when I take a picture so I'll look thinner.
I have to say, I have to say,
No
this-
problem when I want
this-
advice from a heavyset person about.
this is start to
I want
sound.
someone to play on the seesaw with me.
It's starting to.
I want to be launched.
I mean, I guess they have to like agree to do all this. Like they don't like you have to tell them what you intend for them to do before they agree to it. That has to be how it is. There's no way that they're just gonna show up without and then they just have to do whatever
All right,
you
I've
want
always
them
wanted
to
to
do.
have sex with a fat guy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like so yeah, you can rent a fat guy as the 2021, and now the most recent one, even more recent than the grandma here, is you could rent.
I always wanted to suck on a movie and see if milk comes out. Excuse me?
Yeah, you could rent a scary guy now. So,
Okay, rent a scary person company appears in Japan.
yeah, so this is called kawaii what? Hito? Kawaii Hito? Kawaii means scary and Hito means person in Japanese.
I thought kawaii meant cute.
Yeah, well, no, kawaii, Kawaii means cute. Kawaii, Kowai means scary. Yeah.
There's a very, very thin line between cute and scary.
Yes, there is. There's a lot of Japanese words like that. Trust me.
It feels like I don't know. There's a very high chance of a misunderstanding. It's like, hey, can you quickly go meet? Hey. You know, you like text someone. It's like, okay, you know, you're gonna meet this kawaii person at the event, and you know they're gonna walk you through. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. That helps my nerves. And then you get there, and it's just a scary looking dude. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's happening?
exactly.
You're the guy? You're not kawaii at all. No, kawaii.
Kawaii.
Oh.
That'd be funny if he was like, well, I'm kawaii. I am also kawaii. You know, and he like goes to like Pokemon stores with you and
night.
stuff.
Kawaii by day.
Yeah. So one of the quirkiest quarters of the Japanese economy is the rent-a-person industry. We're not talking about prostitution or even the compensated companionship of host/hostess bars. In Japan, there are agencies for whom you can hire a grandma, a middle-aged man, or pretend siblings. As any industry matures, new companies will spring up looking to differentiate from existing providers. And it seemed as though one organization had carved out a new niche for itself with rental Kawaii Hito, a company founded last month on the concept of allowing customers to rent Kawaii Hito, or scary people. By scary people, rental Kawaii Hito didn't mean zombies or dudes with low-key but unnerving creepy vibes. Instead, the website specifies that they rent out people with intimidating appearances. It has pictures of men with shaved heads, bulky physiques, and prominent tattoos of the type associated with Yakuza organized crime syndicates. How much you want to bet that some of these people are actually ex-Yakuza people?
Yeah. Hey, man. Why are you too busy for this job? Oh, I'm making some money on the side.
Also, pretty much every Japanese wrestler fits this description, except for the shaved heads. The company says that these scary people are available for accompanying customers when resolving interpersonal disputes, such as dealing with people who bully you in the workplace, neighbors who continue to be noisy no matter how much you tell them to be quiet, and trouble with men or women involved in cheating or extramarital affairs.
Oh my god.
So this is like literally like hire an extortionist.
Sorry, can't help you sell drugs right now, Yakuza boss. I need to go help this little girl with her bully.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? It's like some anime shit.
I need to go kick the shit out of this fucking 12-year-old bully that this girl hired me to paid me to do.
How much you pay you? $20. It's a lot of money today.
Within the out and the open rent-a-person industry, this is a novel concept, but as rental Kawaii Hito attracted attention over the course of last month, several online commenters expressed that paying someone to create a menacing atmosphere with a vague implication of violence in order to coerce the people to do what you want them to is a service that's been offered for many years by gangsters and mobsters. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what this is. What?
Yeah, but now you can hire someone who's not a gangster or a mobster.
Yeah, exactly. But they just look like one.
Yeah, or you can hire one that is, but there's like, there's like a legal system involved. There's like a whole company process involved rather than just doing it, and then hoping that they don't kill you.
One of the scenarios Rental Kawaihito says it can help with is one in which a customer feels like they're still owed back pay by a former employer, but bypassing the court system and settling your financial disagreements by rolling up the negotiations with your own personal thugs and telling them they'd better pay up seems like the sort of thing that could potentially open you up to various criminal charges, such as extortion and assault.
Yeah.
You fucking think?
Yeah.
Similarly, the company says it could send a team of burly, angry-looking guys to accompany a woman while she confronts the woman her husband has been cheating on her with. Honestly, based.
Wait, why are you
for that
confronting the other woman? Confront your husband. And then have a burly guy with you so he doesn't beat you up. He can't beat you up. Because those burly guys are with you.
Seems like the sort of intimidation tactic that could get you in trouble with the law. Rental Kawaihito's website also recommends their services for intimidating people who treat you coldly in the workplace, which definitely doesn't seem like grounds for suddenly threatening someone with physical harm, and perhaps most questionable of all, dealing with, quote, your child being bullied, implying that they're okay with implying violence towards children, too, as long as you pay them. Those are some nice crayons you got for a kid. It'd be a little shame if something would have happened to him.
Touch Lucy again, I swear to God, I'll break your crayons.
How the fuck do you put rented a goon on your taxes, right? The operation didn't look any more legit after commenters noticed that while the service and website are called Rental Kawaihito, the actual legally registered name of the company isn't listed anywhere on their website, nor are such basics as a company profile, headquarters address, or any contact information. Instead, asking potential clients to contact them through a line messaging app account.
Did we find out it's actually the Yakuza running the service?
Yeah, right? It's the Yakuza actually running this. It also sounds very much like that they're very aware that they're basically offering law-breaking services. So, other licensing information with companies the rent-a-person industry are required to disclose were also missing from the site, and the collective shadiness has promoted online comments such as, is this even legal? So these guys are just Yakuza. I mean, that's what it sounds like, honestly. They're pretty blasé about intimidation being their method of choice, but did anyone there do a legal compliance check on that? This sounds like a new kind of yummy bite, though. Part-time criminal work.
Yeah.
What if someone, it's like fucking Yakuza on their weekend breaks? What if someone rents scary people to settle a dispute, but the other party doesn't back down, and so they rent scary people too? Is there a chance that you'd have scary people on opposite sides who are actually co-workers with each other?
And then they have a scare off.
I want this. I want like I want an anime based on this concept. Like,
yeah. They have like intimidation checks against each other.
Yeah, I want this to be an anime.
They don't fight; they just intimidate each other.
Yeah.
And then it goes into like detail, like, you know the way like anime goes into detail like bits of like flavor and stuff like that. It just goes into details about like levels of intimidation and stuff like that, and like the particular way that he flexed that muscle. I'm so scared, but I must stand my ground. You know?
Oh my! Yeah.
I can see this being a thing. It's funny.
I
want this so bad.
Too. I want it to be a show. I want this to be a show. Like, there's so many hilarious and awkward like situations that could happen from something like this.
Kill me. It's against the rules of our job. But God, is he scary.
Yeah, a lot of Yakuza can't get a job outside once they retire, so this can be good. That is true. In fact, like, the whole catalyst for the plot of the last two Yakuza games not including the pirate one, like the 2 mainstream games, is actually based around the the Tojo clan fully disbanding, and so there's all of these former Yakuza guys out there who can't get jobs, and it's like causing all kinds of problems. Essentially, that's actually like one of the main issues about it, June. So it's interesting that you bring that up.
Wow.
It's called the Great Dissolution in the game. Taking all this into account, it would probably be a good idea for anyone employing rental kawaii services to also consider the fact that they themselves may be committing a crime. Or it would have been a good idea had it not been for Rental Kawahito's abrupt announcement on August 31st that, due to various circumstances, this service has been ended.
It's already over!
It lasted a month. Seeing how there's no mention of this being a temporary measure, it would seem that whoever was actually running Rental Kawahito has concluded that the line between the service and a straight-up gang was too fine to see, if there was ever one ever at all. So, there you go. Oh, man. By the way,
Well,
yeah, if you click on these...
what a
These
story, dude.
These are other Japanese forums and stuff like that, by the way. Which there's all kinds of rabbit holes that I'm actually like going to be interested in looking into in the future.
Holy rates of lawyers or handymen.
Okay. Let's get out of the scary people and let's get into the scary diseases.
You're in? Oh boy.
Outbreaks of rabies seem to be rising across the U.S., CDC surveillance shows.
Oh god, it's coming.
Yeah. This actually is kind of scary, to be honest.
It's time for the events of that one Will Smith movie. Someone call him in. He's experienced.
What was that? Was that I Am Legend? Is that the one?
Yeah.
I saw the first like 30 minutes of that movie and I got bored and I turned it off. 6 deaths. I heard it's really good though. I've actually heard it's really good. 6 deaths from rabies have been reported over the last 12 months in the U.S., the highest number in years. Yeah, I think like the average is like 3 or 4. According to the CDC, Control and Prevention, from rabid skunks in Kentucky to gray foxes in Arizona and raccoons on Long Island, wild animals in more than a dozen places across the U.S. have experienced a rise of the deadly disease, at least partly driven by shrinking natural habitats and better surveillance. Well, better surveillance means that there's not an increase. It just means that we're detecting it more. We are currently tracking 15 different likely outbreaks. Dr. Ryan Wallace, who leads the rabies team at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Areas with outbreaks include Nassau County, New York, which issued a health threat over rabid animals last month, as well as Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and parts of Alaska, Arizona, California, Indiana, Kentucky, Maine, North Carolina, Oregon, and Vermont.
We're safe.
Yep, we're good. There are parts of the United States where it does not seem like we're getting more calls and more reports, Wallace said, noting an increase in rabid foxes in the West. That's literally my PNG avatar. And rabid bats across the country. Whether those numbers are truly significant increases, we can only tell at the end of the year. But right now, at peak rabies season, it does seem like activity is higher. Rabies has a season? I didn't know that.
By the way, fun fact, chat. If you get an alligator instead of a dog, it's immune to rabies. No rabies shots required. Just saying, chat.
That's right. Swamp puppies are peak.
By the way, they're the future. Man's real best friend. He's been with us longer. Okay. They've been with us longer.
Well, technically, we've just been with them for the latter part of existence. That's really what it is.
For the entirety of our existence, as a matter of fact.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see. Rabies is present in all states except Hawaii. Bats are the most common cause of rabies infection in people and are also the most likely species to be infected with the virus. Each year, 1.4 million Americans are checked for possible exposure to the rabies virus, and 100,000 receive a series of vaccine injections to prevent them from becoming ill. Last month, Samantha Lang was one of them. Lang, 22, was likely bitten by a bat that flew into her apartment from a hole in her ceiling in Greenwood, Indiana. The day after she noticed tiny marks on her arm, she discovered the bat alive hanging from her air conditioning vent. After contacting her local health department, she was urged to receive rabies post-exposure pyrophylaxis. She got it immediately. I never thought that I'd have to worry about it.
A vampire's been here.
So there's the two little dots.
Yeah.
Little
Ah,
bite
I got bit
marks.
by a vampire.
Yeah.
Over the course of the night, is that what has happened?
It's interesting. It's got this like chute that goes up. I wonder why. I have no idea like how to like tell if you've been hit with rabies or not. Like, because it's extremely fatal. The rabies virus invades the central nervous system and is almost always fatal once symptoms start. Yeah. Early symptoms, which can begin about a week or up to a year. After exposure. Wow, I did not. I'm learning things. Holy shit. May resemble the flu and progress quickly to confusion, paralysis, salivating, hallucinations, and difficulty swallowing, followed by death within weeks. The number of human deaths over the last year is concerning, experts say. In comparison, from 2015 to 2024, 17 cases of human rabies were reported, 2 of which were contracted outside the U.S. That was going to be my next question. Like, is rabies a thing like in Europe? I have no idea. I know that like there's at least a few people in our chat that are European. Is rabies a thing on the other side of the Atlantic?
I mean, I imagine it would be.
I don't know.
Or would it not be?
I mean, I guess possums are immune to rabies.
That's true.
Wow.
If you ever get bit by a possum, you're actually okay.
Huh.
Because possums are actually immune.
Well, I know that like possums are like if you ever want like pest control, like just like have a gang of possums that live around your house.
Yeah,
they
like
take care of basically
they're-
everything.
They can have rabies, but like they're highly resistant and they're way less likely to carry it than other small mammals.
Their body temperature kills the virus.
Yeah.
Huh. Rabies is a big thing in the Middle East and India. Haven't had a case in Sweden for decades. Huh. Interesting. People are most often exposed to the rabies virus through the saliva of an infected wild animal that can get into the mouth, eyes, or
By the way,
wound.
just for some context, the last recorded possum ever to have rabies was recorded in 2021, and this was the 10th recorded case ever of a possum with rabies.
Wow. Because you always think of it like in like raccoons, stuff like that. Squirrels, very common. Bats. Let's see, which is why bites are so dangerous. Prior to the 1960s, most cases in humans were from infected pets, usually a dog. Yeah, dogs is the most common. Like when people think rabies, they think wild dogs, coyotes, and shit like that. Thanks to
That's a pretty big thing in Cuba actually, because in Cuba we have like wild dogs.
Oh, you have feral
I
dogs.
remember, dude. I remember when this is actually a pretty interesting story. When I went to visit my grandmother's family, they live in like a little fishing hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
One of the craziest things happened the night that we got there. We had to rush into the house because a pack of wild dogs was roaming the street.
Wow.
I'm not even done. Like they're like mangy and like they look like fucking like
zombie dogs from Resident Evil or some shit.
No, not even. Like they look like actually, yeah, kind of, yeah. Like they're like they look like a mix of dogs and hyenas. It's so bizarre to look at. Like because it's clearly a dog, but it behaves nothing like a dog. It behaves like a wild animal, and they were just kind of walking down the street like a gang of thugs like approaching us.
Dude, that's how hyenas are. Like hyenas are fucking terrifying.
But yeah, and like it was so bizarre because like they were not even like big dogs either. Like they were like I don't know, maybe like they weren't like German shepherds or anything like that. Right? These are like medium-sized dogs. So we're not large dogs. And right away, my cousin was like, "Oh shit!" You know, everyone, you know, like let's just go inside. Let's hurry up, you know. And like because his dog started like barking at them because he has a dog. And he keeps it like fenced in and stuff, right? Obviously, he keeps it into the house at night. And so he was like, you know, like oh fuck, like you know, let's go inside. I think he has 2 dogs actually. It's a black dog and a white dog. But yeah, he was like, all right, let's go inside. And I was like, what the fuck? They're just dogs. And they were like, no, those are wild dogs. They will fucking eat you.
Yeah.
They will tear your body
up. They will
kill
you, tear you apart. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you stay out here in the morning, there'll maybe be a couple bones left if they leave that.
Dude, yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. Like,
yeah.
What? the idea of being like afraid of like medium to small sized dogs was just so bizarre to me. Because like at the tallest, they were like the height of like maybe like my hip, standing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm not a big person.
Yeah, but they're way stronger than you.
Yeah, and I was just like, huh. And then in the morning, I was with my grandpa, and I found out he actually adopted a like one of these mangy like street dogs. He had like a small one that would follow him around. He'd give it food, and it'd basically scare off all the other ones. While he did like work in his ranch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like yeah, I was like, that's crazy. Like they're just dogs. They're just fucking dogs. Someone fucking feed these street dogs, and they'll probably chill.
Just throwing some bacon or some shit.
But yeah. Because I remember like I wanted to pet my I said grandpa is my grandma's brother, so my great uncle. And like I wanted to pet the dog. He was like, no, don't touch it. And I was like, why? He was like, that's a wild dog. And I was like, but he's your pet. Like, well, she's pretty small as a female.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, she's your pet. She follows you around. You give her food. It's like, no, I just toss her a bone every now and again so she sticks around and she doesn't kill me. But she ends off everything else, but she's not my dog.
Right.
There's no collar, there's no leash.
Mm-hmm.
She just hangs out, and we have an understanding. It's basically
we have an accord. That's all this is.
Yeah. And I was like,
this is a mutually beneficial arrangement, nothing more.
yeah, exactly. But like he doesn't pet her, he doesn't touch her, he doesn't get anywhere near her. He just tosses her food. Yeah. And she hangs around him at a distance, and she doesn't attack his cattle or anything. And I was just like, fucking okay.
Yeah. NDA says the hyenas still roam the streets at night in Addis Ababa, which is the capital of Ethiopia. He says that the news mentally ruined his vacation. Yeah, I could see that, dude. Like, yeah. Hyenas, I see them like every time I see hyenas at the zoo, they scare the shit out of me. Like,
Viking says he hasn't had a case of rabies. He hasn't heard of a case of rabies in Sweden for decades.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big thing in the Middle East and India, apparently.
Mm-hmm. For the number of confirmed cases to go up 100%, we're not even over this year's rabies season. That's a big deal, said Scott Levine, the county's health director. Levine suspects that the urban growth that's been encroaching on wild animal habitats has been an important factor driving the spread of rabies. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the more exposure humans have to local wildlife, the more chances there are for rabies to spread to humans.
I don't even think that's what he means. I think he more so means because you're constraining the animals to less space.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of animals are interacting with each other more than they would due to like development,
right? Like
urban development, and then that causes more case scenarios of animals fighting, which causes more spread of rabies among them.
Yeah, that's true.
So that makes sense.
Says the population of Franklin County since 2010 has increased 35%. Oh my god. Those people have to live somewhere, and so you're seeing increased land development and housing tracts going in. Animals that might have been isolated before are now crowded together, and if one gets rabies, it's more likely to spread to others in the group via, like you said, fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People may not always know that they've been exposed to a rabid animal. There have been reported deaths from people who didn't realize they had been bitten or scratched by a bat and who had refused the life-saving vaccines. In December, a California teacher died a month after removing a bat from her classroom. She didn't know she'd been infected. Yeah, that's where most of it comes from. It's like, even when they feel symptoms, the symptoms are like flu-like. So if you're like a healthy middle-aged person and you get like flu-like symptoms, you're like, I got the flu. God damn it. Okay. I'm just going to be kind of out of it for a couple weeks, but I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then they're dead from
I'm not going
rabies.
to go to the hospital. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive.
Exactly. And it's like,
I found out how much they actually billed me, by the way. It wasn't 4,000. Sorry, it wasn't 400. It was like 3,400.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool.
The virus can evolve and manifest in different ways depending on the animal species of the strain. Most people expect a rabid animal to be aggressive and vicious, but sometimes the infected animal can be quite docile. There's a strain of rabies where the animal gets very, very friendly. He said a family saw a raccoon that kind of showed up on their front step, and he was sick, and he was so cute and wanted to be petted. And you know, when raccoons aren't baring their teeth, they are pretty cute. This is true. They're fucking terrifying when they are baring their teeth, though.
Yeah.
The family petted and fed the animal until it died. They called animal services to pick up the body, and thank God they did, because when they sent the brain out to be tested, it was positive, and so the whole family had to get vaccinated. Oh my gosh, they never would have known if they hadn't called animal services. Yeah, that's the thing, is that people die from this thing because they just don't know that they have it. There's no unique indication that you have rabies if you have it. So, and then you're one night you just die. As rabies seems to be spreading more in wildlife, veterinarians are especially worried about vaccine hesitancy spreading among pet owners, a dangerous trend that could lead to more dogs and their owners becoming infected. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Vaccine found in a nationally represented sample of Americans that nearly 40% believe canine vaccines were unsafe, and 37% believe that vaccines could lead their dogs to develop cognitive issues such as autism. Doggy autism?
I don't think people understand that like vaccines for animals are like much further tested than vaccines for humans are.
Yeah, they are.
Like, unironically, we are so much more careful with like vaccines for our pets than we are for our own. It's fucking bizarre.
Dr. Gabriela Mota, a veterinarian from Glen Olden, Pennsylvania, and a co-author of the study, says she often sees clients who are concerned that vaccines might hurt their dog. It's an issue we're worried about that could be on the rise in the future. Well, you can thank the COVID doctors for spreading that fucking sentiment around. If we continue to see plummeting vaccination rates or increasing vaccine hesitancy, are we going to see rabies in more pets and not just wildlife? We're kind of starting to sound the alarms. Rabies vaccines are after exposure have come a long way since the shots were injected into people's abdomens. The current series involves an injected dose of immunoglobulin, which contains rabies antibodies, immediately after exposure, followed by 4 vaccine injections. All the shots are now given in the arm. The rule of thumb, experts say, is that rabies should be suspected anytime a wild animal is behaving in an aberrant way, whether it's too aggressive, too fearless, or too friendly. So, yeah, there you go. Interesting. It ended up being a lot more of an interesting read than I thought it was going to be honest.
It doesn't even have to be like rabies though. Like it could be a prion, like what NDA mentioned. If an animal's acting weird, just as like worrisome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do we have here? Okay. Let's move on to something a little bit more explosive. Let's watch this video, shall we?
Dude, pause. Can I just say, if there's anything I love, I talked to Paige about this. She doesn't feel the same way, but I absolutely do. I love that Trump just straight up just posts fucking kill cams on fucking Twitter.
I know, right? Well, I mean, here's the thing though. It really is like a harkening back, because you have to remember that back in like the 50s and 60s, there was a channel on television called it was called Victory at Sea. Okay? And this channel, all it showed for 24 hours straight was kill cams, was of the US Navy. That's all it was. It was just the US Navy blowing shit up. And it was basically like a 24/7 propaganda channel for the US Navy. Okay? Like that, that kind of stuff was normal back in the day. So, no, yeah. I do think
it's like stuff like this. Fucking like, I know for some people are like, oh my god, how could they do that? Fuck those people. For like normal people, that's just like boosts morale. It's like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, our fucking country's doing something right.
Well, I mean,
we're getting rid of the bad guy.
It's just really interesting because I think that a lot of people are basically being are kind of getting like woken up to the fact that over the last about 70-ish years, basically since like I would say like the end of World War II, the West has been building a societal structure that is based on lies. Like the whole like liberal Western world order project that has been in motion since 1950, is essentially based on lies. it's not real. And I think a lot of people, and like and things like this kill cam, like showing this kill cam, this is actually what's normal. It's like, hey, our military is out there kicking ass. Check it out. That's normal. Okay, it's being sheltered away and stuck in these little, bubbles of fake happiness and welfare and all this other shit that Western society has provided to their citizens, basically for the boomer generation. That's the lie.
I know how like V made like a video where he was talking about how like how there's all this like crazy stuff, there's all these quote unquote distractions, right? And he was talking about how we have like warships sitting outside of Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like the Venezuelans are freaking out about it. And he was saying how he asked an American friend about it, and they were like, wait, what, we do? And he was like, you're learning about what your own military is doing from a guy in Romania? Really?
Yeah.
You did not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole like the leftist shit lib way of life is basically a manufactured lie of pleasantries and comfort. It's just, which is why it requires so much work to maintain, and why a level of work that was never going to be sustainable, essentially. Which is why it's currently unraveling. It's currently unraveling.
Oftentimes, I've learned recently, it's just like it's not even like stupidity. It's not stupidity. It's not like it's not evil. More often than not, it's just plain fucking naivety.
It's naivety. It's naivety. It's ignorance.
It's not that they're bad people. It's that they don't know, and even when they do know, they don't understand. Like
humanity,
the extent of it. They just don't get it.
Well, they have basically been conditioned from birth to deny the base level human condition, essentially. We live in a postmodern, end of history, perfect utopian liberal society where we actually have moved beyond, kill cams, racism, poverty.
Yeah, they don't understand that evil just exists. Like they don't understand that like some people just are bad people. Some people they're just not good people. And we don't have to feel bad or sorry for them.
Oh, yeah,
like because doing so gets more people hurt.
Viking is
than,
right.
Than pretending,
Yeah, Obama did publish kill cam. So did Bush. She did too. like I said, but you're exactly right. You're 100% right what you just said. It's just it's not. We're not moving into like an era of extremism. We're moving back to normalcy. Is what's actually happening, and we've actually been in the weird,
Hi there.
We've just been existing in this very weird, strange, manufactured society that is not sustainable. It's not natural. You know what I mean? For like the last half a century, and it just wasn't sustainable, especially since it's very much a boomer project. It's a project built by boomers for boomers, which is why they continue to lock all the other younger generations out of the housing market and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Why I personally don't expect Social Security to ever be a thing by the time I retire. These are all very much boomer projects that were developed as part of like this liberal world order, which is essentially finally being proven out to be unsustainable and turns out very destructive, to the society that it is imposed upon. Which is why, people like Dev can bitch and moan all he wants on Twitter, but the return to Monk is happening to a degree. Like, it's because it's a natural, it's humanity's natural state. You know what I mean? Like you have to put so much time and energy and resources into like trying to stay above, the natural state of humanity, and it just can't be sustained. It's just not sustainable. It is a luxury system that we are just moving away from because we just cannot support it anymore. So anyway, let's watch the kill cam.
On an alleged drug boat from Venezuela killed 11 people Tuesday. That's according to President Donald Trump, who shared video on Truth Social of what appeared to be a drone view of a speedboat exploding and then on fire. This marks the first known operation since the Trump administration's recent deployment of warships to the southern Caribbean. Trump said the US military had identified the crew as members of Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, and the strike happened in international waters as the boat, which he said was carrying a lot of drugs, was heading to the United States. Washington designated Tren de Aragua as a terrorist organization in February. On Tuesday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio responded to the US strike.
The president was very clear, and that is we destroyed a drug boat that left Venezuela, operated by a designated narco-terrorist organization, which is what these are, and he's been clear that the days of acting with impunity and having an engine shot down or a couple drugs grabbed off a boat, those days are over. Now we are going to wage combat against drug cartels that are flooding American streets and killing Americans.
On Truth Social, Trump also repeated allegations that Tren de Aragua is being controlled by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, accusations that Caracas denies. It all comes amid a massive buildup of U.S. warships.
Well, of course they're going to deny it. What are they going to do, admit it? Like, yes, we are absolutely funding a narco-terrorist organization to invade your countries. Like, of course he's going to deny that.
In the Caribbean, which exceeds the usual deployments in the region. And last month, the United States doubled its reward for information leading to the arrest of Maduro to $50 million, accusing him of links to drug trafficking and criminal groups. The move Venezuela that their government might be the real target of
Islam
the US
doesn't lie.
build-up. Maduro held a rare press conference Tuesday, addressing the show of force on his country's doorstep.
Es una amenaza extravagante.
It's one something.
It is an extravagant, unjustifiable, immoral, and absolutely criminal threat. Bloody, absolutely criminal.
That's not what he said.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say?
That's not what he said. It was close enough. That's what he meant, but that's not what he said.
Oh, okay.
That was like the British translation.
Like a Spaniard translating it or something.
They have wanted to move toward what
it was
they
a
call
load of
maximum
fucking
pressure,
bullshit,
in
mate.
this case military. And in the face of maximum military pressure, we have declared maximum preparedness for the defense of Venezuela.
Máxima preparación para la defensa de Venezuela.
Venezuelan officials have repeatedly said that Tren de Aragua is no longer active in the country after they dismantled it during a prison raid in 2023.
Okay.
Wait, I thought that guy died? Junebug, so did I. I also thought he got assassinated like forever ago. I guess I was wrong.
So we saw the footage. We have, basically everything. That report basically said everything. That was actually a really good comprehensive report. So I'm gonna skip for the sake of time, because time is of the essence tonight. I do want to skip to this exchange. So JD Vance said, killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. By the way, a side note, we did officially rename the Department of Defense to the Department of War. That is an official thing now. We no longer have the DOD. We have the DOW now.
I kind of don't like that.
So
I kind of like that because it means that anything that you do as part of this department, you are self-proclaiming it as an act of war.
But I want
so anything that you do in self-defense, right?
This is the exchange that I want to highlight. So in response, Brian Krasenstein, notorious leftist shit-lib reply guy, that killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called...
Start at the top. Wait, start at the top.
Okay.
JD Vance said...
Killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. To which Krasenstein responds, killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. To which JD Vance replies, I don't give a shit what you call it.
Fucking based.
Dude.
Also, killing citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process. Like,
Well, here's the thing. It's Tren de Aragua, which was, as Marco Rubio stated in that little runway press conference, is designated as a terrorist organization. And if
so we're not killing citizens,
if
we're
it's
killing
a
terrorists.
yeah, it's entirely lawful by United States law to engage in military action against terrorist organizations. So that right there is bullshit. And this has been the refrain of shit libs.
Like, okay, here's the thing. If fucking, I don't know, if like Mexico decides, right, if the citizens of Mexico decide to just full on armed invasion against our country, we can't fight back because they're citizens, not the army, not trained like military combatants. That's fucking retarded fucking thing to say. No, killing the citizens of another nation is not inherently a war crime. Killing them for no reason is a war crime, you fucking imbecile.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's
like,
that.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
There's a difference between murder and defense.
Well, yeah, they're bringing up in chat too.
Move to
like
fucking
this,
Europe.
That it was
like,
actually
what a fucking idiot.
They're actually bringing up in chat too that it was actually always called the Department of War, and it got renamed the Department of Defense back in the 80s, and it's just being renamed back, just called back what it originally was, which kind of goes back to my original screed about how we've been living in a safe manufactured society for like the last half century, you know, and that maybe that's just another data point in that kind of safety bubble. Who knows? But this is the thing, is that I think what as funny, dude, JD Vance is better than Trump in like basically every way imaginable.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there's humor aside, the sentiment that Krasenstein is actually speaking towards as a shit lib is he is basically putting the process. He's putting the process, the system, the shit lib system that has been built for the last century above everything. See, that's the thing. Shit libs like Krasenstein, they don't care about results. They care about the process and the systems that they have built to enforce that process since World War II. It's that paradigm, that shit lib paradigm that we've been living under for forever, basically. That's what he's paying homage to in this tweet about, you know, no due process, blah 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 blah. Whereas JD Vance and humanity at large, for the most part, are results driven, right? This is the difference between you ever I'm sure that you were a manager at GameStop you were a manager. Mm-hmm. Now, the difference between like the people who just like do the work and stuff like that and managers basically enforce a process. That's their job at heart, is to enforce a process. Whereas workers are judged on the results, right?
Yeah.
Like they always say, like, I'm results driven. People who are really results driven are typically not that great as managers because it is the manager's job to enforce the process. It's not a results-driven exercise. It's not a results-driven job. And I think that JD Vance, and I think that humanity, and I think you're like this too. Like, it's why you're so obsessed with being productive. You know what I mean? Because you're results-driven. Mm-hmm. But I think that this is the normal human condition, is to be more results-driven, essentially. Like, people like the Krasenstein, although Krasenstein doesn't approach anything in good faith. You know what I mean? Everything he does is in bad faith. But that aside, when you're appealing to a process and stuff like that, like, I'm sorry, but this is a luxury position to be in. The only people who espouse like I am not a hypocrite, I am perfect, I am principled, are the only people who do that are the ones who have the luxury to do so. Okay? Most people, it is the human condition, I think, that basically everything out there is a tool in a toolbox to be used to get the results that you want, essentially. So you can apply this to literally everything, whether it be positions of power, whether it be various systems like democracy and shit like that, or it can be various institutions like media and culture, and et cetera, et cetera. These are all tools. People have a result that they want to achieve, and they will simply pull out and use whatever tool is fit for purpose to achieve that result. And then when they're done with the tool, they put the tool back. And then whatever the next issue is, whatever the next thing they want, they rifle through the toolbox and they pull out whatever tool they need for that issue. And around and around it goes. And that's generally the human condition, is that people just use systems and everything as tools to solve a problem or to achieve a specific goal. People that espouse principles and stuff like that, as much as you would like to be adherent to them, you only can be adherent to them so much as you have the luxury to do so. This is the crisis that the UK is facing right now, right? This is why the UK is basically like turning into like this revolutionary kind of conflict at the moment, because the citizens and the natives of the UK are basically looking at the system and going, yeah, this tool that is the system, you can call it our democracy all you want. It isn't working for us. In fact, it's actively destroying us. So we're going to go ahead and force that tool back into the fucking toolbox. And we're going to do what's necessary to rebuild our society to something that actually is good for us. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening to the English right now, is that they're finally like, that light bulb is turning on. We don't have the luxury for principles anymore. Our existence is under threat. They just put a fucking Muslim woman who swore her oath on a fucking Quran in charge of the goddamn Home Office in the UK. Okay? Like, shit's getting really dire over there. And so a lot of the English people are basically they're taking all their high and mighty liberal principles and they're putting that shit away because they got a fucking country to save.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if when the English are fighting against their Muslim government, if Brian Cassenstein will come over and tell the Muslim government that they killing the citizens is wrong. They need a due process. The English.
Well, that's the thing. Like, but that's the thing that the English are. The English have reached and I think that Arch actually made a video recently about how the English have reached the Frega moment, the I don't give a shit anymore moment. And I was like, I've been saying that for a year now. But yeah, people are basically saying, I don't give a fuck about the preservation of your precious systems and your democracy and all the other shit that all this other abstract shit that you proclaim to be the greatest ever. Me and my people and my family are suffering. And I'm going to do whatever the fuck I can to stop that suffering from happening. And it's as simple as that. You know what I mean? If that means I have to sacrifice democracy, our democracy, whatever bullshit global homo shit that means, so fucking be it. You know what I mean? It's like you posted on Twitter, I'd rather be a Nazi than fucking allow a bunch of Muslims in my country to rape my kids. It's like, whatever's necessary to stop this evil shit from happening, I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? I don't care about principles or this or that. I will do what's necessary to stop this evil shit from happening. And it's as simple as that. But it's shit lips like Krasenstein here that try to like faux, my due process and principles. We have a fentanyl crisis in this country. You know what I mean? And it's time to take the fucking gloves off. I don't give a fuck about your precious process anymore. Yes, there will be collateral damage. There absolutely will. And that sucks, But the extreme situations require the more extreme a situation is, the more dire a problem becomes, the more, let's just say, ham-fisted the solution has to be. And that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Like, you don't have to like it, but you do need to understand it. I guess that's my point. And it's just like, this is the human condition. People are basically snapping out of this half-centuries-long bullshit, manufactured, coddled society that we've been living under for forever, and are relearning about what the true human condition actually is. And we're going to go through a rebalance of that in the very near future. And yeah, so that's the end of my rant, I guess. But comment as you will. Let's see. Do you have anything else to add to this, or do you want to move on?
No.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. I guess I kind of sucked all the oxygen air out of the room on that one.
No, you're good. That was fun to listen to. I have really nothing to add other than this guy's fucking retarded. And why the fuck does anyone listen to this fucking retard?
Oh yeah, dude. He has a brother too. It's Brian.
Yeah,
and, Ed Krasinski. Yeah, they both were like, they got thrown in. I think they were both in prison for like crypto fraud or something like that. Some kind of fraud, financing fraud related charges back in the day. And now
yeah,
they're
dude.
basically
I never understand how the people that the folks on the left watch and listen to are always the most fucking openly retarded, provably fucking stupid people. It's like, bro, can you not just follow someone who doesn't have a track record of being a fucking imbecile constantly? Is it too much to ask that you guys I was arguing with someone the other day, and it's like they tried to tell me that I was wrong about something that I could literally just scroll up and see with my fucking eyes. It was part of the same conversation we just had.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to tell me that they didn't respond to me, when the whole reason why I was talking to them is because they did. What the fuck are you on about? You fucking responded in the comments of my post. What? Why? I don't understand. It's why would you make a claim that's so obviously false? What is the point? What actually is the point? How are you this fucking retarded?
At this
These
point,
people really do just believe they can say fucking literally anything, and people just have to believe them because.
I swear to God,
It's funny.
JD Vance has become more of a meme machine than Trump was.
Yeah.
There's so many good fucking memes that come out of that JD Vance manufactures. It's phenomenal. I don't give a shit what you call it. But anyway, okay. For the sake of time, we need to move on. So we have here. There was there's a famous rail car in Lisbon. Called it's called the Funiculars. The Funiculars. And it's these little tracks that you can see it here. The little tracks that these rail cars are on, essentially. One of these derailed on a hill with a curve, which is the worst place imaginable to derail, right? And it ended up killing 16 people. So, let me see here. Yep. It's been just over 24 hours since a funicular crashed in central Lisbon, killing at least 16 people and injured more than 20. Authorities have so far confirmed that the nationality of 13 victims. They include 5 Portuguese nationals, 2 South Koreans, 1 Swiss, 2 Canadian, 1 German, 1 U.S., and 1 Ukrainian national. Among those killed was a worker on the funicular, Andre Marquet, who was its brake guard. 23 people were injured, according to the country's health service, with 6 in intensive care and 3 sustaining minor wounds. Still unclear what caused the crash, and an investigation has been launched. Lisbon's public transport operator Caris announced that all funiculars in the city have been suspended for inspection, with the Gloria line set to reopen in the future with a new carriage. So Yeah, this is just going through like a kind of like a play-by-play, essentially of what we just read. Let's see. So this is eyewitnesses. We don't have footage of the actual accident. We just have footage from people on other cars at the bottom of the hill when it happened.
We were in the bottom cable car. It was about to departure, so it was everything was good. All the seats were full, also in the middle, and we were about to go up. So we were driving up, and all of a sudden, there was no brakes in our cable car. It was going down fast with acceleration, like there's no control, and it hit then down. The hit was very hard, and people were crashing each other. And then we heard the other one coming down very fast, so we didn't know what's happening, and everyone started to shout and scream. So what we did, my husband jumped from the window because we didn't know what's going on. I gave him my son, and I was about to jump as well. When the people that were here, they told us, no, please don't jump. Everything is already crashed. Don't jump, go from the other side.
It's already crashed.
It was very scary because it was within some seconds. We didn't feel we needed to react. It was a quick reaction from nature. And then I took care of my son, and I told my husband, he's a doctor, please go up to see if you can rescue anyone. But he couldn't. It was already crashed, and there was no option to take out people.
So,
Jesus, yeah, quick thinking of the husband, like, I'm gonna jump out this fucking window, pull my family out immediately. What a Chad husband.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
like, I don't know if that car's gonna crash into us, but I'm gonna pull my family out right now.
I want to look at what these things actually look like. Yeah, that's what I thought they were. They're like these. I just want to get a video of them just operating normally. Right now, like you look on YouTube, it's all okay. Here we go. Here we go. So this is them operating like normally in like fast motion.
Okay.
So you can see
They're not super fast.
Yeah, they're not super fast, but if you imagine you lose the brakes on one of these things because they go down these these snaking downhill roads, uphill and down, hilly, snaky roads.
Yeah, that's a good bit of mass to just.
It'd be like losing the brakes on a luge, like you're gonna go fucking super fast, and then you're eventually gonna careen off the track, and disaster's gonna happen. So that's basically what happened here. Is the brakes went out on one of these things, and it just gained speed, going down the hill until it just couldn't stay on the track anymore, and just bam, right into the side of the building, like you see up here. Right there, it just you can see it ripped up. You can see it ripped up the concrete and gets bam right in. So this was going at a really high speed by the fine, and it must have been a harrowing trip down too, because it must have been going so freaking fast that it was taking all these turns, and if it's full, which these things are because they're like big tourist draws, look at the makeup. It's like you had like 7 different countries represented on this one car, so these are big tourist things. It rips up the concrete, goes careening. This is a spectacularly awful wreck. So yeah, that's fucking rough. I don't really have any commentary on this. I just
Fuck, man.
Very informative. It's just that this is scary, but you don't think about this. Like, you think that like it goes slow in the pictures.
This is like the last thing you'd expect to die in.
Yeah, exactly. You never think that these things are going to be in any way dangerous. I mean, look at this thing. What the hell is possibly going to happen on this thing? You know what I mean? It looks so safe. But yeah.
This was a nobody bingo card.
Yeah, this is very much a no bingo card kind of thing, 100%. But like, you see these kinds of things in like a lot of like little rural towns, like in America too. In some places, see this. I mean, these are in San Francisco. They have these in San Francisco. So yeah, it's just the last thing you would expect to have like a super fatal crash, and yet here we are with a super fatal crash. Okay, let me move on to something a little bit more. Let's move on to less depressing things. Ex-NYPD cop turned demon hunter is ready to slay Supernatural after being haunted by sinister warnings. This is fucking Constantine.
What?
This is Constantine in real life. This is an IRL Constantine right here. This cop is battling
This cop
demons.
is battling demons.
Could have done better than that. There's no pun there. It's supposed to have a pun, New York Post. So a retired NYPD officer turned demonologist, which is to this day one of the most badass fucking titles in all of fantasy, is breaking his silence about the bone-chilling warning that forced him and his former Fire Department of New York EMT wife to take a year-long hiatus from slaying the supernatural, and revealing why they think they're safe to fight evil again. Chris and Harmony DeFlorio committed their lives to chasing demons and other paranormal baddies around the world after leaving their city jobs. Chris, 54, retired after 20 years at the 32nd Precinct in Harlem. Harmony, 49, left the emergency medical service following a lupus diagnosis. For the last 4, so here's the demonologist couple here.
Hey, babe. I think it's time for us to retire. You want to just hang out and, eat some bagels? I want to fight demons.
Yeah, do you want to travel?
Travel the world and fight demons. It's like,
what's on your bucket list? Mine is I want to go to Spain, and I would love to climb Mount Everest and see the cherry blossoms in Japan. What's your bucket list, sweetheart? I want to slay demons.
All right, babe. Now we retire. Let's play some Doom. Okay, but we don't have a PlayStation. We'll have to buy one. What? What are you talking about?
For the last 4 years, they say they've investigated nearly 1,000 cases free of charge. That's a fucking hell of... Man, I swear to God, those New York pensions are something else, aren't they? But last year, 2 sinister figures that first appeared in Florio's dreams half a decade ago returned. It scared him enough to hang up his holy water. In 2019, I had a vivid dream that I was in a hotel room confronting demons, but I was being defeated. A man in a robe holding an upside-down cross ripped my chain, which had 2 crosses on it, and whipped my arms with it 3 times. This sounds like fucking fan fiction.
Yeah. Did you know that the upside-down cross is actually a Christian symbol and not it's not like...
It's not demonic.
It's not.
It's not a demonic thing. The upside down
cross,
not
an Antichrist
because
thing.
some people were crucified upside down. Jesus wasn't, but some people were.
Yeah. It's a I forget. It's
they do it because they actually it's because it forces the blood to flow to the brain, which would keep them alive longer. He continued, a young woman and a young girl, maybe 6 years old, came up to me, and they were giggling. It was that sinister kind of giggling. Oh, like the Shining kind of giggling. And the girl said, do you know what happened to the last person who tried to do what you're going to do? He's not here anymore. It does sound like the 2 girls from The Shining.
It's
he just dreamed of The Shining.
Yeah. It's the St. Peter's cross. That's what it is.
Right, yeah. Like, you know what you did? You know what you did last summer?
The Catholic thing, mainly.
They said
it's a symbol of humility.
Right, yeah. They said, if you get involved in this, we're going after your family too, DeFlorio told the Post. DeFlorio pressed on, boning up on every book and report he could find on demonology, including works by Catholic exorcists Malachi Martin and Reverends Chad Ripperger and Gabriel Amorth. But last year, DeFlorio dreamed of the mother and child again. Oh, it wasn't sisters. It was a mom and her daughter. Okay. This time, he said, there was no vivid imagery, only 6 chilling words. We told you to stay away. The next day, a frantic Long Island mom called for help. She claimed a mirror had been hurled 3 feet from her wall. Not fallen, but violently thrown, nearly crushing her 2 toddlers. When the couple who fancied themselves the modern-day version of famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were portrayed in The Conjuring. I was going to say, that's from The Conjuring, yeah. That's one of the things that's really cool about The Conjuring. I'm not a horror fan at all, but the fact that The Conjuring is actually based on, like, real shit is pretty amazing. Arrived at the Long Island home, crucifix and Bible in hand. DeFloria said he heard the words again, but this time they were whispered directly into his ear. It went right through me, he said. As he called out religious commands, a dark presence swirled. At that moment, you could see a spirit in the room right around me, DeFlorio said. Although the home has been quiet since, DeFlorio could not shake the repeated warnings. I was very upset and worried for my family. I'm not scared for me, but it hit home so much because we have grandkids now, DeFlorio said, referring to the couple's twin 3-year-old grandsons.
Imagine being able to tell people that your grandpa, that your fucking grandparents are demon hunters.
I know, right? No fucking, like they're like
what?
like one of, yeah, totally. Like, a lot of the calls kept coming in, but I kept finding excuses not to go. He explained. Now, the Ronkonkoma couple says they're returning to work. We decided.
My dad works in Nintendo. Yeah, well, my dad fucking hunts demons. How about that,
demons.
motherfucker?
Yeah, and he'll kill you too if you fuck with me. Don't you dare cheat at wall ball. I'll sick my demon hunter uncle on you. He'll exercise your ass to hell.
Yeah.
We decided we need to do this. We're called to do this, DeFlorio said. I was thinking with human reasons and forgetting the God factor. Harmony added, we're just his messengers. It's really not us doing the work. It's all his prayers and his blessings, and they help people. Yeah, this is the whole thing about like the exorcists and stuff like that. Is they consider themselves to be conduits.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Actually,
you know what's crazy?
I was going to say you have to have some story somehow related to this.
So, my grandma actually used to do like exorcism stuff. In Cuba.
I totally believe it.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a part of her past. She would go with like some like pastor, because my grandma she studied Santeria and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so she would go with like a local pastor to places and help people that were experiencing weird things. And a lot of it is like ritual stuff. It's not like, yeah, and she pulled out a gun and shot a deer. Like, it's not like that.
No, it's not like Blade.
It's a lot like, it's a lot like, oh, she spent a day collecting rose petals from a garden, and then fucking like laid them around in a certain pattern, and then started chanting some phrases from the Bible or something.
Right. Specific verses and stuff like that. The power of Christ compels you is the classic one. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom actually claims to have done her own exorcism to. She swears by it. She absolutely swears by it, and I'm not gonna sit here and deny her. I feel like hauntings and stuff like that are very personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I could sit here and be like, yeah, right, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna. Number one, she's my mom. You know what I mean? And number two, it's just like the Bible talks. Does say there is like a spirit realm. There is a realm. And it explicitly says. As a non-Christian,
I 100% believe it because I've experienced a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, you've experienced weird shit. I'm starting to too because I don't know. I guess this is the cat. I have a cat now, right? And
they attract it, bro. I swear to God, they don't just see it; they fucking attract it.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude. Because he will just like stand in the corner, staring up, straight up the wall, and he'll just start jumping up the wall. Just boing, just like he's
as if there's something there.
Like he's trying to grab something up there, and there's nothing there. There's fucking nothing there. But I'm just like, he sees something. He sees something there. That because I swear to God, cats like half exist in like the spirit realm. I swear to God.
I can't wait till like one day like science like reveals that all cats hallucinate at a certain time of the day. It's just like, oh, okay. It's like we've actually science has recently revealed that cats are actually like retarded. they experience REM while their eyes are open. And it's just like, oh, okay.
The last line is it's a plugging for the new Conjuring movie that's coming out. So,
I was gonna say
it's fun. It's easy.
Growing up,
it's easy
I've
to
actually
laugh.
had my grandmother perform like shit on me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like growing up, like when I was like a kid, my grandmother's always been kind of weird. But like growing up, she would like randomly some days be like, "Yeah, there's something wrong with you. You're possessed. There's this, there's that, whatever." And like I used to sleep on the couch because I was like afraid to sleep in my room. If there was a bug, I would sleep on the couch for like a few weeks to like a few months. It varied. But like I've had days where like I've woken up to like my grandma like chanting while I'm like wet because she like covered me in fucking rose water or like whatever the fuck it's called. You know what I'm talking about? That's like a it's rose water. It's like runoff water from like having flowers in a vase. Yeah, she's like sprinkled me with that shit, right? And like there's like flower petals like on my fucking head, and she's like chanting something. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like there, whatever, right? Like whatever her reason. And like I've had multiple experiences of this growing up, where like I'll wake up and like my grandma's like fucking doing something.
Yeah, my whole thing about it is that like biblically it says there is a spirit realm and we are not to fuck with it. It says it in much kinder terms, obviously, but it says like, don't screw with it. Like you're not meant to interact with it. So I absolutely don't have any issue believing like that there are some people that have like some kind of innate connection that others don't have, that most other people don't have. You know what I mean? I think it's very, now I'm not talking about like the psychic police kind of shit.
Yeah. In Cuban belief, people think it runs in the family. People think that it's a like, genetic thing.
That makes sense actually to me.
We call it having like for example, like my aunt, my mom, my grandmother, they've all said this before, but they'll be like, oh yeah, like like people in our family, they have vista, like tienen vista, which means like they have sight, like they have a sight, which like allows them to like experience things or see things that you're not supposed to see. And like this goes back to like grandparents, great grandparents, etc. Right? Of like just similar shared experiences that we've had that we can't explain. And sometimes experience that we've had together in the same moment, right? It's one thing if it's like, oh, you each experience something crazy. But like I've had experiences where me and my mom experienced the same thing at the same time. I remember last year when I was living with my family still. I talked about this in chat. So I was like legit freaking out. I don't normally freak out over this shit. But like something made me panic in a way that was like it wasn't in my control. And like it was this like intense feeling of like adrenaline. Like it was like the feeling of like someone broke into my house, but in like a very deeply personal way. Like someone broke into me. Like it was such a like harrowing experience. And I remember when it happened, like right before it happened, I was looking out the window because I had a dream that someone had broken into my house, and I was kind of like freaking out over it because I just felt like someone was trying to get in, and I didn't know how to explain this feeling. But I went over the window, and immediately that's when I had that feeling of like, oh, they got in, like someone got in, someone like something touched me, something like I felt something in a way that like made me start to freak out. And as I was walking back to my room, with my mother came over like to where I was because I was like freaking out. Something randomly just like it didn't fall. It was flung off of like we have this like desk that's like right by the door. It just like something just shot off of that onto the floor. And like again, this wasn't like I hallucinated this or this just randomly fell. It's I saw that, my mom saw that. We both know it happened. Like someone else can confirm that happened. You know?
Yeah, this is yeah, I think all of this what you're talking about is very much like because there's like a bunch of different like Christian sects across SEC, not SEX.
Yeah, sects.
Of
Yeah.
religion, like across like Middle America and the islands and in the Gulf and South America and stuff like this, and it all comes from like basically like Catholic missionaries would come over and bring the gospel to them, and then they would take that and they would like fuse it with their like tribal religions and stuff like that, and like like Santeria, which is like very like it's very Cuba focused, right? I feel like that's a version of that, of what I just described.
Yeah.
And you have like, you have all kinds of different ones. Like you have like, it's called like Ubada or something like that. It's in Brazil. It's a Brazilian one. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
In
like,
Cuba, you don't just have Santeria, you also have Brujeria.
Yeah, but just like the evil version, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the satanic version.
So it's dark witch and light witch is basically
right.
what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither of them is seen as being necessarily evil. Like Brujeria isn't inherently evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's just seen as like taboo.
Like the dark side of the force.
Or yeah, I guess kind of, yeah. Where it's just like it's like very few people practice both.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's one of the people that I've met that has practiced both. So she knows a bit about both.
Mm-hmm.
But my uncle, his family, that's like their religion. That's what they believe, and they do rituals and stuff. Like my uncle, right? My mother's sister's husband has like done rituals where he's like slaughtered a chicken in his living room and like doused the house in its blood before wiping it away a day later and shit like that. Like he's done shit like this in his house.
They do it in the name of Christ, El Cristo and stuff like that. It's like this. It's this fascinating like fusion. Like I think a lot of American Christians are completely ignorant to like this whole like what Christianity looks like south of the United States border. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
even just like
you do like in Mexico, you do have like the classic Catholic, Catholic missionary and stuff like that set up, and they're still active, obviously, and everything like that. But you get all of these Christian and like old world, ancient indigenous religious practices infused with Christianity, and that's where you get these, like, I guess you can call it like Christian mysticisms. That are like that go all the way down, like from, like I said, from Cuba and then Santeria and to the I gotta look it up now. Hang on. What the hell is it called? It's called Umbanda. That's the one. It combines African religious elements, Catholicism, indigenous beliefs, and Spiritism. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking of. And there's like a bunch of other ones too that are all like, all the different little, pockets of, religions, were all exposed to Catholicism, and then they all just kind of infuse it and turn it into their own like mystic Christian religion. It's really fascinating. So there's a lot of cults in Hawaii too. My dad, yes, there are. In fact, because you watch my streams, NDA. The two most recent Yakuza games are based around one such Hawaiian cult. So, yeah.
Someone who hasn't experienced anything weird, but absolutely trust it and like stay the fuck away from him is my grandpa.
Yeah.
Have I told you what happened to my grandpa's dad?
Oh, is this the black spot story?
Yeah.
You've told this on stream many times.
Okay, yeah.
It's fucking terrifying. We don't need to rehash it now because it's scary.
No.
But like, I used to shrug shit like this off. But at these days, we were laughing throughout this. You know what I mean? But in the end, like, there is a serious element to this that I absolutely do take seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Tell the story, Junebug says. Go ahead and tell the story. Yeah, you got
TLDR. My grandpa's dad thought that brujeria and santeria was bullshit, he pissed off a known local brujero, and the brujero told him that that one day he was going to die, but he wasn't going to die immediately. He was going to die from the bottom to the top, and it was going to be slow, painful death. And he brushed it off and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, a spot appeared on his on the side of his foot. I think it was. It was like the side of his foot, like a little spot appeared, right? Like a birthmark.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't think anything of it. And the spot got bigger, and he started seeing more spots, and it kind of spread. And he went to the doctor over it, and turns out he had cancer. They amputated his foot, and boom, problem solved. No more cancer. The spot reappeared on the nub.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept spreading, and basically the TLDR is he had a seemingly incurable cancer that just spread from his foot up to his head over the course of a few years. From that day on, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the pretty much like the day after, like 2 days later, on. But that's basically the story. And in an ironic sort of event, cancer, which has never run in my family before, has since run in my family especially alongside my grandpa's family line. Actually, my grandpa on my dad's side also had cancer, but in his case, it was just because he's really been smoking for forever. Like, that man smoked till the day he died. He smoked in the hospital bed. He would get people to smuggle them cigars and cigarettes and shit. But anyways, yeah, my grandpa got cancer. And so did my mother. My mother doesn't smoke, and my grandpa does smoke, but he didn't get lung cancer or anything like that. He got cancer in his prostate cancer, I think, or in his urinary tract. I know my mom got prostate cancer. But yeah, it's a recurring thing. My grandpa's also spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's again, it's just like don't like, it doesn't matter what you believe. I don't care what you believe. Like, don't fucking disrespect that shit. Like, it's just for your own good to just err on showing least showing it respect, even if you don't really believe it. You know, don't get on the bad side of mystics. Yeah. Like,
as a kid, I didn't really believe in it. Like, I'd had weird experiences, but I always I didn't. I was like, whatever about it, right? And I remember I asked my grandpa one time, like, cause on the way to school, if there was like a bag, this is a really common thing you'll see in the streets of Hialeah, is you'll see like bags with unknown objects in them,
mm-hmm.
and feathers, as if someone slaughtered a chicken, right? Just feathers sticking out of the bag or like around the bag, and you'll see them in like the middle of the street on little like suburban, fucking like roads, and I've seen them like near and around my house before, right? Like on the street. And my grandpa, if he sees that, he'll make a turn. He'll U-turn.
Stay away from that shit.
He'll go around it. Yeah. And I remember I asked him once why. I was like, why? Just go over it. It's not a big deal. We're in a rush. I'm trying to get to school. And he's like, no. He was like, yeah, I've never had, I know like your mom and your grandmother have had weird experiences. Your aunt has had weird experiences. A lot of people in your grandmother's side of the family have had weird experiences. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I've never had any sort of experience like that. I've never had anything weird like that happen. Right? But then that's when he told me the story of what happened to his dad. And he says, since that day, since when that happened, he
errs on the side of caution.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know anything about it. I don't care. But I'm not going to, fuck with it. Yeah. And my grandpa has actually found like little like weird artifacts from like previous tenants, like buried in our backyard, because he does gardening and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to him about it, about like weird experiences I've had, right? Because I just like talking to my grandpa, and my grandpa doesn't really get along very much with anyone else in the family. So me and him are, very buddy. And like I talked to him about stuff that I'm like experiencing, and like I've talked like he told me, he was like, yeah, I haven't told anyone else in the family because I know how they are,
Yeah.
but I have found things, like weird things, like
Maybe a bone fragment or something like that.
no, not stuff like that. Like he's found like bits of like pottery, or like
Oh, okay.
or like yeah, like incense stuff. Like he's found stuff that is like straight up like
Ritual.
you know
Ritual.
he's found small rosaries
Yeah.
just buried.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, he's found stuff like that, like bead bracelets. He's found all sorts of stuff like in the yard.
Ritual
He's like, yeah, I've
paraphernalia.
found
Yeah.
red thread is also like very
Hmm.
popular. But yeah, and he's like, yeah, I have found these things buried in the yard when I'm doing gardening, and I don't talk about them. I just like I dispose of them. I'll go down the street. I'll drop them off somewhere else.
He respects them.
But yeah, it's like I haven't told anyone about it because I know how people are.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and he has like a very like immense like respect for that sort of thing. Like he doesn't care about it, doesn't care for it, doesn't know anything about it, but he very much respects it.
And I think that's the right attitude to have. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay. We got about an hour left, so let's blow through these
Yeah,
next
we gotta-
stories so that we can get to clip of the week.
Let's go.
This was this one that you sent me, so why don't you read
Yay,
this one
I
so
can
that
read!
I can drink something.
You can take a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the ones that I sent got sent away because they weren't as interesting. They're mostly fun science ones. But anyways, man spends 365 days building his own Bugatti Chiron from scratch as he can't afford to buy one. This man and his friends spent 365 days building their own Bugatti. I just read that. When we say from scratch, we truly mean from scratch. It wasn't a case of cobbling together supercar pieces from other donor cars. It was a case of molding each part out of clay. This is probably one of the most impressive things we've ever seen. We don't know how the group of friends managed to look at a pile of clay and metal rods and build an actually drivable and accurate-looking Chiron. It took the team a whole year and a whole lot of work, but the pure
Sounds like
pride
it.
they must have felt after they completed it would be worth all the hard work. Building their own Bugatti Chiron from scratch. That has to be the best DIY project we've ever seen, because when kit supercars are built, they're usually made up of various parts taken from donor cars.
Yeah, they're Frankenstein.
In the case of this guy and his team of friends who desperately wanted their own Bugatti Chiron but couldn't afford it, they decided to make their own from scratch. Instead of finding a pre-existing car shell, they actually built a frame out of metal bars and plastic and covered it in a moldable clay they sourced from outside. Just
From the ground. They just sourced from the ground.
They managed to get the shape of the DIY car to look exactly like the real thing. Then they began to prime it, but your eyes won't believe that it used to just be a pile of clay. It took 365 days to build.
Wow, look at this.
Somehow
fucking
the
thing.
primer made the whole model look incredibly smooth and ready for proper painting. But the guys also managed to use clay to fashion a steering wheel that looked just like the original. The DIY Kings managed to fit the model with a W16 engine and a 7-speed gearbox. They also coated the exterior in a two-tone finish, a smart blue and black. With the lights, mirrors, and rear spoiler installed, and with the final supercar actually being drivable, you could easily fool anyone into thinking it had driven straight off a legitimate Bugatti production line. The team plans to work on further on their DIY supercar, but is already extremely impressive. Can you improve on perfection?
Wow.
So
look
they
at this
just
thing.
like, it's made of, that thing must be heavy as shit. It's made of clay.
Yeah, so they obviously, I mean, if it's actually drivable, then these are real tires, and
Yeah,
I don't know how they
those
got
are real
the-
lights.
Yeah, these lights must be real. There are
I'm
elements
just
of this that are
curious
real.
how they
but-
got
Yeah.
how they got the internals of this working. I imagine this thing drives slow as shit. Where the fuck are they? What like is this like what?
Net TV. This looks like Thailand
Is
or
this
something.
like
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I was gonna
somewhere.
say like yeah, this is somewhere in
Vietnam.
Southeast Asia.
Something like that.
Where is this?
I
Where
don't-
is?
Yeah, that's it. Hang on. Let me
there's a flag there. There's a flag there in that image.
Oh yeah.
I think that
What
is Vietnam.
Cambodia? What is that?
Some fucking commie state.
I have not necessarily. Just because it's red doesn't mean it's communist, but it probably is.
Dude, if I see a fucking yellow star on a red flag,
Hang on.
it's Vietnam. Yes, it is a fucking commie state.
Yep, you're right. It is Vietnam. Okay. Hang on. Vietnamese. I was right without the flag, though. Like, I actually guessed it right.
You were.
Vietnamese make Bugatti from scratch. I want to see if there's a video on it. Videos. Oh, they are, but they're all very long. Also, by the way, remember that during Clips of the Week last week, you guys, was it you guys? One of y'all played, someone played, it was the dude who made like the cat city. That
The
got
cat city, yeah.
Yeah, that got the entire video blocked.
That's crazy.
I had to, and it was like audio and visual. I had to edit out that entire section to get the.
What a cunt.
Yeah. So,
Bastard. I don't like the guy anymore.
W16 engine. What is a W16 engine? Bugatti unveils one-off Brollard. That's a W16 designed after Ettore Bugatti's favorite horse. So that's an expensive ass. Wait, they dropped a 1600 horsepower engine into this thing? And it's, I mean, that makes sense if they have a 7-speed gearbox. So it sounds like they made, like, outside of like a carbon fiber body or whatever, sounds like they made an actual fucking Bugatti.
2 V8 side by side, says Lazy Viking.
Honestly, I would be terrified to drive it. Like, I'd be afraid of it like vibrating apart or something. Because here's the thing.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing. When it comes to supercars are awful, and I mean awful, to drive. They are meant to be driven pedal to the metal, essentially, at all times. They are meant for just full-on open speed, essentially. They are practically undrivable. I mean, you can drive them, but they're very difficult to drive in like normal traffic. Stopping at stoplights, slowing down and speeding up to get around and through traffic and stuff like that. They're not meant for that kind of driving. They're meant for driving just wide open, essentially.
Track.
So like, yeah, on a track, essentially. That's what they're meant. That's what they're designed for. That's why you see like viral videos of like people buying like the Ferrari F50s and like then they crash it into the nearest wall. You know, there's so many viral videos of people crashing supercars because people think that they can drive supercars like they drive on normal roads. It's like they're not meant for that. And so people end up they don't know how to switch gears properly, and they end up crashing into a fucking wall. So the fact that they actually got, I mean, they said that they couldn't afford a Bugatti, but it's like, but you got a fucking 1600 horsepower W16 engine.
How much does that cost? How do you just get one of those?
How do you get one of these? It says it's a one-off program. Now, Legends of the Game have revealed that this opaque cover is not so subtly hiding a W16 engine underneath, which will power a wild green one-off. Okay, so the W16 engine is like a standard Bugatti engine. But still, like, when you buy a Bugatti, I mean, I would think at least a third of that is the engine that you're buying. And if you're buying...
hold on.
Okay.
The cost of W16 engine depends on whether you mean a Bugatti W16 engine, which costs around $856,000 fucking dollars for replacement, or the much more affordable Super Dirt Car Series W16 engine priced at $10,000 plus shipping.
Okay, that's what they got then. What? Okay, so this is a deceptive link then, because they're linking this to the W16 Bugatti engine that's almost $1 million. There's no fucking way.
What if they had $1 million?
But They don't. Otherwise, they would have just bought a Bugatti.
Well, a Bugatti costs more than $1 million.
That's true. You think they bought just a full-on replacement Bugatti engine on its own, and then
A
just
Bugatti, all right, the price for a Chiron started around $3 million for the base model. So what if they had $1 million, but they didn't have $3 million? It's like,
Maybe.
well, we could build the rest.
Well, here's the thing, though. Okay, so every part of a car, you probably know this, cascades to the rest of the parts of the car, right? If you have an engine that can go to 1,600 miles per hour, okay, well, that means you're going to need a frame that can support an engine that powerful.
Yeah.
Which means
something's going to be your bottleneck.
Yeah, you're going to need a suspension that can handle any kind of bumps at that speed. You're going to need tires of a certain size that can handle those speeds. You're going to need larger brakes and rotors to handle the massive amount of speed you're going to have to absorb to stop the fucking thing. You know what I mean? It all goes together. So when you buy a 1,600 horsepower engine, you kind of also have to buy all the rest of the guts of the car. So I don't know. I want more details. I guess is the point here. Because it sounds to me like they just crafted like all of like the paneling and like basically anything that would normally be made out of any kind of like metal composite, carbon fiber, or HDPE plastic composite material. They just built from clay, basically, that they found outside. That's what it sounds
So
like.
I found an AI overview on this, kind of simplifying it, bringing it to a bit of a step process. Step 1 was creating the frame. They constructed the frame from pipes and plastic sheets to serve as the car's base.
Okay.
Part 2 was the layer of clay was applied over this frame and meticulously sculpted to match the precise lines of a Bugatti Chiron. Fiberglass the mold. So the clay mold was then covered with a mixture of fiberglass. Once fiberglass hardened, the internal clay was removed, leaving a hollow fiberglass body shell. So the actual, so the clay was just,
it was a mold
for framing. Yeah, it's mold.
Okay. Okay, now it's making more sense.
And then the actual car is actually made out of fiberglass.
That makes sense. It's light, it's durable. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, they had to install components. So an engine and other vital parts were installed within the chassis, which was then fitted inside the fiberglass exterior.
Okay.
And then part 5 was the paint and finish. So finally, they painted it to.
They must have gotten a real windshield
which
too.
they successfully test drove. I'm curious. To make them on a budget.
I would not be traveling at high speed.
It was a year-long documentation process they shared. On their Net TV's is their channel.
Yeah, it says it down here in the right there. It says Net TV.
I need to like.
I want to watch this off stream. I want to watch this off stream. I would love to see the full process for this, because this is fascinating.
Hey, they put out the 365 days to homemade a Bugatti supercar. They put out that video 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
This isn't even new.
Ah, this was published on the 4th. It was published 2 days ago.
They have a channel with 2.4 million views. So they probably had the money to actually buy one if they really wanted to.
Oh, this is Supercar Blondie's site. Okay. I didn't know this is a Supercar Blondie site. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm very curious. Like, I want to watch that video off stream now, just to like see like all the individual bits that went into making this thing. Because I would not want to drive this at full speed, like out on a track or anything. But if, just by the short description, the fiberglass replacing the clay and building, the frame is all built, it's replicating the actual frame, but they just made out of spare metal.
They've done multiple cars. It's not even just this one.
Oh, really? What else have they done?
It's fucking holy shit. So something that they do is that they turn like regular cars into fancy cars. So like 145 days building an American muscle Ford Mustang out of a Toyota Crown, for example.
Crown Vic?
Or no, Crown Victoria's is Wait, is that Toyota? Crown Victoria isn't Toyota.
That's Ford, I think.
Yeah, that's Ford. No. This is just it's just a Toyota Crown.
I don't know what that is. must be an Asian vehicle.
Well,
only.
750 days building a $1 million Pagani Huayra from an 80s car. So they've been doing this for fucking years. They're just putting out the videos now.
Yeah, these people. These guys are goated.
Apparently.
That's fucking
building
cool.
a fucking Lamborghini out of a used Nissan from the 1980s.
Oh, now I know what my rabbit hole is for tomorrow while I chill out. Oh man, that's cool. That the whole thing is freaking cool. I really want to see it off stream now. Okay, we need to move on. You want to talk about the German politicians?
Yeah, actually, I really do.
Okay. So mystery as 16.
I'll read this.
Okay, you'll read
Mystery as 16 German politicians die before they were due to stand in state elections, sparking wild conspiracy theories. Because it's clearly normal for this to happen. A series of German politicians have died ahead of state elections, sparking wild conspiracy theories online. A total of 16 candidates for local elections in the German state of North Rhine-Westphalia, the biggest in the country, have died, according to its election director. So this is actually like the latest update on an ongoing story, because this has been happening over the last several days, where at first there was 4, and all of them were from the AFD, and then there were 7, all of them from the AFD, and then all of a sudden, other people started dying. So of the 16 who passed away, yeah, 7 were involved with the AFD. Those were the first 7 to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, one person from each,
other party.
One person each from the SPD, the Social and Democratic Alternative, the SDA, the FDP, the Greens, the Animal Welfare Party, the Independent Voters Association, the Free Voters, the Referendum Party, and the Voter Group also died. So 7 from the AFD, and then it seems like everyone else was just like, let's make it seem like it's not just the AFD, and they just killed 1 from each party.
Yeah, 1 sacrifice.
Yeah, from each party to make it seem like it wasn't.
To be fair, there's like a few thousand candidates in this election cycle for this area, because it's a local election, so there's like thousands of candidates. So if you have a huge portion of your total volume are 80-ish year old boomers like Trump, essentially, I mean, I think it's fair to expect a dozen or so of them to die. Now, the fact that the distribution between the parties is what's suspect.
Yeah, well, not just that, but also just within the same couple days. Give me a second. Oh, my wife's calling me.
I'll just read ahead. Well, okay. Conspiracy theorists came out in their droves after the death of 4, later 7 candidates standing for AFD, a right-wing upstart party that has surged popularity since its inception in 2013. These conspiracies were amplified by the party's co-leader Alice Weidel, who shared a claim by retired economist Stefan Homburg that the number of candidate deaths was statistically almost impossible. Yeah, I think the Lotus Eaters covered this story, and they did a calculation, and the calculation was about, I think it was a little under 1% chance of this happening. So it's...
Yeah, this is an extremely low chance of this happening.
Yeah.
It's fucking... I think it's like a 0.8 something chance of this happening.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's fucking just wild. It's such a, statistical anomaly.
Yeah.
And it's just And again, it's just first it was 4, then it was 7, and all of them were AFD, and then all of a sudden, another fucking 9 were fucking killed. 9! Police said they had ruled out unnatural cause of death or foul play in the first 4 cases.
Yeah, they died of heart failure. I think one of them died of liver complications or something like that. Which, to be fair, are common things for people to die of. These are natural cause deaths for people that are over the age of 75, right?
How old are these guys?
I think...
Do we know?
We do know a lot of them. I don't think we know all of them. but they're all old. I will say that. But anyway, go ahead and.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's still really fucking sus.
Yeah, you're right.
So
It's
so much to read.
the distribution. Oh, sorry. The distribution across the parties, as well as the timing, is suspect.
Yeah, the deaths have already affected the political process, as the length of time between nominations and elections is relatively long.
How convenient.
The municipal elections, yeah, also just like it happens just really right now, right before the elections. The Municipal Elections Act allows for by-elections to take place if candidates pass away.
Unless you can pay for far-right alternative. Of course, they call them far-right. No, again, I'll just go back to my original rant. No, what they represent is actually just normalcy. It's a return to normalcy.
Yeah, isn't there like isn't Alternative for Germany literally what their fucking name is?
Yeah, it's alternative for Deutschland. That's what AFD says.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, continue reading.
Yeah. These can't necessarily be held on election days themselves. More than 20,000 people are running for seats in North Rhine-Westphalia. I don't fucking know how to say that. Which has a population of 18 million people. In the last election, AFD polled just 5.4% in the region, which has seen steep job losses. But in last year's federal elections, the party took home 16.8% of the vote. Many are expecting a similar result this year. The party has serious international backers, including tech billionaire Elon Musk, who in recent days said either Germany votes AFD or it is the end of Germany. Earlier this year, AFD was classified as an extremist entity that threatens democracy by Berlin's domestic intelligence agency. Hold on, I just wanted to quickly just read that sentence again. The AFD, a political party, was classified as an extremist entity that threatens democracy by Berlin's domestic intelligence agency. I'm going to read that a third time. I'm going to retranslate
Engaging in
it.
the democratic process is a threat to democracy.
A political party engaging in the democratic process, yes, was classified as an extremist entity by one of the by their version of the FBI. This would like
yeah. It's so obviously ridiculous. Like, at this point, anyone who uses the term, like, democracy or our democracy unironically as, like, being under threat.
What they really mean is our communism is under threat.
Well, they don't
That's what they actually mean.
They don't mean our democracy. What they mean is our bureaucracy. It's our fucking... the system that we use to stay in power, whatever you want to call it. That's what's under threat.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not
just
our
like
democracy.
It's fucking wild, dude. The Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution, the BFV, said the entity, which came second in February's federal election, was a proven right-wing extremist organization. Here's the thing: if the people vote for the even if they were a proven right-wing extremist organization, guess fucking what? That's still democracy.
Mm-hmm.
I think people forget that.
Like I
Hitler was voted
like
for.
I said before, these systems, these modes of doing things, they're all tools. They're all tools.
Yeah, I again, I think people forget that like Hitler didn't take over Germany. He was voted in.
But yeah, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a big, massive majority either. I think it was something like only like 35-40% were like proclaimed of German citizens were proclaimed themselves to be, you know, in favor of the Nazi party. You know, like you don't need a massive majority for these things to happen.
Yeah,
you know?
when you have
like,
this many
the Revolutionary
this
War.
many parties.
Yeah, the Revolutionary War of America was a minority opinion. You know, to engage in a revolt. Like, that was a minority view. You know, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
But, yeah, it's crazy. When you don't have a two-party system, you know, not everyone has to agree for one party to be the most popular.
You ever notice that, like, there's never any just regular right-wing? It's always either right-wing extremist or far-right. It's never just regular right-wing. Like, isn't that interesting? It's almost like it's not real.
Yeah. Well, some parts of the AFD, such as its youth wing and some state-level branches, have already been classified as extremists. The youth wing was classified as extremists. This is the first time that the party, which has national representation in parliament, has been formally designated. New classification doesn't ban the party, but allows German authorities to intensify surveillance, including the use of undercover informants and monitoring communications.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Democracy, where we spy on our opponents.
To ensure they fail. A 1,000-page internal report from the BFV accuses the AFD of violating core constitutional principles such as human dignity and the rule of law. What the fuck does that mean, you fucking imbecile? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, first of all, like, that's an opinion, but what they're really trying to say is that the AFD, like what Nigel Farage has said over in the UK and stuff like that, and Nigel Farage was drug kicking and screaming to this fucking side, but like is basically they want to repeal the Human Rights Act that basically allowed like the current state of mass migration and Islamification and just overall cultural destruction of their countries in the first place, like a few decades ago. So they and every time that they try to do something about it, that those human rights laws that the UN, not the UN, the European Union like enforces like an iron fist on them, so they're like, we want to basically withdraw from those and similar pacts and laws and stuff like that, so that we can actually like legally take care of the immigration problem in this country and reinstate, you know, German cultural and religious domination over their own country.
Which makes sense.
And you see that happening like right now. Like it's a mainstream opinion in the UK now, for example, to just fully withdraw from the Human Rights Act and stuff like that. And there's like all of these laws and stuff like that allow the migrants to basically have more rights than the native population.
It's fucking ridiculous.
But that's the thing, though, is that like we're in the end game. We are in we are in the final result of like the shit lib world order, and it's
with
fucking
what's happening
disaster.
in the fucking UK. It's just like we've reached the point where it's like it's unironically a like now or never situation.
Dude, like we're at the point now where like we're like one step away from violent revolution in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Like they're one step away.
I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen in the next 5 years. I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen in the next 3.
I was gonna say, like, I would be shocked if it doesn't happen by next year. Like, with the rate at which it's going, like, you understand, like, the insanely rapid pace at which a public opinion has shifted in the UK. Like, only 1 year ago, net negative migration was blasphemy in the UK. Now, less than a year later, that is a normal opinion held by like at least a third of the population. And you don't, and like I just said, you don't even need a majority. Like the remigration, net negative migration, it is inevitable. You know what I mean? And it happened in less than a year. So if they keep cracking down, if the state keeps cracking down the way they have been, and the status quo remains the same, like I'm telling you, dude, like they are within a year of violent revolution in that country.
The person that they just put in charge of like the police and immigration and shit
is a Muzzy.
It's a fucking Muslim woman.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like this is their now or never moment. It's like that's it.
They are hell bent on awakening Gammonzilla. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's like you've reached a point where the person in charge of your shit is the enemy. There's no turning back from this point now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Lazy Viking says. Like, look up the countries that sit in the UN's human rights commissions. The whole thing is a farce. Yeah, 100%. The UN is a convention of evil dictators, and but yeah, I mean, the thing is, you saw there was recently protests, like anti-immigration protests in Germany, like mass protests. Like, this shit is even happening in Germany. Fucking in France, they just straight up banned Marine Le Pen from just basically being able to run and hold office for like 5 years. In all the name of protecting democracy. Oh yeah, like to protect our democracy, we're gonna ban that person from running against us in the democratic process. Gonna be like,
yeah, exactly. Like what the
they're
fuck,
just
dude?
they're just like they're getting more and more desperate at their containment efforts, and it's just only getting worse and worse and worse. And the thing is, it's like the more they keep pushing down that, you know, with force, the more explosive it's going to be when that containment is finally breached. When the Gammonzilla comes out from the underground and starts wreaking havoc. You know what I mean? It's getting like the more, like, at this point, they should, like, if I were like a top level like shitlib person in like especially in the UK government, I would be looking at fleeing the country right now, because you're at a point.
I was gonna say I'd be looking at rope.
You're at a point now where there's a very good chance that some politicians start hanging by the nearest lamppost alongside some migrants. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're getting really close to that point. You're one step away from that point. So yeah, it's like it's Europe is a fucking tinderbox right now, dude. A fucking tinderbox. But anyway, we're almost done with this. This is the end of the article right here. Do you want to finish reading it real quick?
Yeah. What was it? Top 1,000-page internal report from the accusers violating court. Right. The ethnicity and ancestry-based conception of the people that predominates within the party is not compatible with the free democratic order. I want you to just hold on, pause. I want to just quickly put these words together. Democratic order. Sorry?
What a sentence. What a statement that is. Oh my god.
Pardon? I just...
The free democratic order.
Democratic what now?
Well, free order are two words that are kind of oxymoronic when they go together.
Yeah.
It's just
like
you might as well just say the New World Order or the shitlib world order.
Yeah, like just be honest at this point. Just be honest. No one's fucking like, again. It's like I hate when they do shit like this. It's just like,
but
you don't know what any of these words mean, and you don't care that you don't know. They mean what you need them to, and that's okay. That's enough for you.
The agency is just straight up declaring that the shitlib, you know, infinity rapists from Africa and the Middle East, end of history shitlib world order takes precedent and is worthy of preservation more than the cultures and values and ethnic peoples of the related states within that system. It is a direct declaration of that. Like, they're just openly admitting it. It's like, yeah, our global homo world order, we will sacrifice every woman and child to be raped by gang rapists from Africa to enforce and maintain our global homo shitlib world order over you. That's what they're saying. That's what this is. And it's like, you want to foment revolution? This is the kind of shit that you say to foment revolution. Right here. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like, you probably don't want another German uprising. Probably not.
You do you, Rosa? Thank you. I will continue to do so.
Look at this
I
next
can't
sentence.
be silenced.
It says it aims to exclude certain population groups from equal participation in society. Yeah, you're a guest of the country. You're automatically lower. Like, if I moved to Japan, I would absolutely try. You know, I've been learning it for the last 2.5 years. You know, learning the language Japanese. I would absolutely try my damnedest to integrate into their cultures and their mores, and
Yeah.
and their society and stuff like that.
And for the record,
And guess what?
I wouldn't want to vote in a country that I don't fucking belong in.
If I moved to Japan, I would never, even if I was like, for some ridiculous reason, given the right to vote in Japan, I sure as fuck wouldn't do it. Because
it's not your country.
It's not my country. It's not my place to have it, to have a say. Like, if I go over to someone's house and, you know, and they say like, hey, what do you think about this? I'd be like, it's not my house. You know what I mean? I'm a
yeah. Exactly. I'm a guest.
Yeah, I would not. There's no way I would vote.
And here's the thing, right? It's like if I end up not liking the way that Japan turns, I have a home country to go back to.
Exactly. The English don't.
No, they fucking don't. You know who do? The fucking Muslims.
The fucking Pakis. Yep. They all have shitty homelands they can go back to.
Thank God Maxim wasn't in this chat right now. Someone send him clips. He'll come.
If they're all so fucking great, why aren't the countries that come from great? Why are they only capable of making countries great that aren't their own?
Yeah.
And if because like should we maybe they are, maybe, you know, it's like let's take the shitlib bullshit opinion that they are all a bunch of, like, you know, Beba Angel, you know, Aladdins who didn't do nothing, and they're all fleeing persecution from their home countries, and they're all doctors and lawyers, you know, which is such a ludicrous thing, you know.
Why aren't they becoming doctors and lawyers? And why are they?
Well, not just that.
Committing crimes in our
country. Why are we engaging in brain drain of those countries? Like, isn't that an awful thing to do, to drain the, you know, the crucial classes of people from the countries of, you know, that they're coming from? Like, that's a horrible thing to do to those countries.
I hate to agree with the Jews, but when Netanyahu told the Iranians that they should fight up, you know, they should rise up and then fight against the current occupation of the country.
He was right.
That was fucking baked.
He was right.
That's exactly what should happen.
So,
instead of being like, hey, come to my country, I'll take care of you instead of my local population, he told them to rise up and take their country back. And that's, I hate to agree with the Jews.
Yeah.
With Netanyahu of all people, but I mean, Netanyahu's right. Yeah. And I hate to say this as well, but I mean, no one really knows.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on anyway, just like kind of like how all the Indian CEOs are only CEOs of companies started by Americans. Yeah. The funny thing is that we're not going to get into it tonight, but apparently Trump is actually talking seriously about basically banning H-1B visas for all tech companies.
Wake me up when you're done.
Okay, well, we're basically pretty close to done. We have
really,
what, like
really
one
close.
more article?
We got
one more article?
Let's
get through it because my
okay.
Pace home. So.
I want a nap.
You want to?
She wants to nap apparently.
It's gonna take 30 minutes.
Well, I need a shower anyway when we're done.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting us to leave until 8.
Yeah, we're gonna leave at like 8. So yeah, you're gonna nap.
Yeah.
We got to finish in like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Sperm bots roll out. Cells coated with magnetic nanoparticles could transform future fertility. I love this thing. It's just got like, it's got this thing hovering over this woman, and then it's just shooting waves at her vagina.
Yeah. Baby bots, roll out.
A team of researchers at the Tech Med Center at the University of Twente has transformed real sperm cells into tiny, magnetically controlled micro robots. These sperm bots can now be tracked in real time using X-ray imaging, a breakthrough in medical microbionics. Microbotics.
Can you imagine having someone like a fucking like drone driver sit next to you while you're like on a table, and he's like, for real. Yeah. Dude, I can see this being turned to a sport. Like, each man takes one of their own sperms, and then they race to a woman to decide who gets to be a father.
It's gonna be a video game where you can like choose.
That's
like,
a fucking
stats
live TV show.
For your robo sperm, like you can actually choose, like you can get like turbo jets or like really good like turn like 90-degree steering. and you're like racing to the ovaries. It's like a drag race or something.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of men with like fucking drone controlling pads, like iPads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They're just all like huddled around this woman on like a fucking table. It's like, all right, 3, 2, 1. They're all fucking zooming their own personal.
There's like little micro fucking Sony GoPros on the sperm, so they could like see like a first hand view, like where they're flying.
Yeah.
This development, now published in NPJ Robotics, could open new doors in reproductive medicine, drug delivery, and infertility diagnostics. Sperm cells are naturally fast, flexible swimmers that can navigate the complex environment of the female reproductive tract, making them promising candidates for use in medical microbiology. Sperm cells are nearly impossible to see inside the human body using traditional imaging methods like X-ray. They're small, low density, and nearly transparent to radiation. Until now, visualizing sperm inside the body was nearly impossible, says UT researcher Islam Khalil, lead author of the study. Coding sperm cells. Together with researchers and medical professionals from the Radboud University Medical Center and the University of Waterloo in Canada, researchers at the University of Twat coated real sperm cells with magnetic nanoparticles. This made them visible under X-ray and responsive to external magnetic fields. For the first time, these sperm-based microbots can now be tracked and steered inside a life-size anatomical model. Once inside, they can potentially deliver drugs to hard-to-reach places, such as the uterus or fallopian tubes. The medication is loaded directly into the sperm cell bodies. We're turning nature's own cell delivery systems into programmable micro-robots, says Khalil. This could be an important advancement for targeted treatments for conditions like uterine cancer, endomyosis.
Like we were just talking about Muslim doctors. Here's one.
Yeah, there's one.
They exist. They
Well,
exist.
They do exist. Or fibroids, all of which currently lack precise drug delivery options. In addition to precise drug delivery, the technology could also offer new insights into the mystery of what happens inside the body during fertilization. By tracking sperm movement non-invasively inside the reproductive system.
Actually, to be fair, you might not even be Muslim. You might just be like Arabic.
That's true. Researchers hope to
not Muslims.
To better understand unexplained infertility, sperm transport mechanisms, and even improve IVF techniques. Tests show that the sperm nanoparticle clusters remained biocompatible, causing no significant toxicity to human uterine cells even after 72 hours of exposure. This makes them suitable candidates for future in vivo applications. Now, funny, haha, laughs aside, this is actually kind of cool. I think. I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
But the idea is that they can, with the magnetic coating, they're able to track them using X-rays. The idea here. Now, my only thing is, it's like, because it says to show this for closer biocompatible. Like, how many women out there are gonna volunteer test subjects to have like X-rays shot at their pussy over and over and over again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's potential
That's
here.
bad for reproduction, isn't it? Isn't like a whole thing.
There are other ways besides X-rays to track things. You know, like there are other ways you can put through the body that, like, I don't know. It just like ultrasounds don't use X-rays. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So-
I do see what you're saying. It's just like the use of X-rays to try to combat like reproductive issues seems like.
Well, the X-ray is
Counterintuitive.
just for the imaging aspect of it.
Well, yeah, I get that, but it's like again, it just kind of defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it?
I don't know.
If you're X-raying the woman that you're trying to, help with a reproductive issue.
Yeah, I guess, but at the same time, like a handful of like low strength X-ray, like the strength of X-ray they use in like dentistry, for example, isn't like super high strength. That's why, like, when you go to the dentist in the modern day, they don't like put like they don't put a lead blanket over you for X-rays and like leave the room. They don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Because they have these very, very focused, low power X-rays that they can use. When I say low power, I basically mean low exposure.
Yeah.
And if you're going in for like a series of fertility issues, you're probably going to be fine just by exposing yourself to a handful of X-ray, low power X-ray blasts over the course of a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Fair
Like,
enough.
I feel like you're going to be okay. So, anyway,
Okay.
I think it's interesting. Because I know that like the fertility rate is like, because the other thing, like, it's like everybody's like incels and stuff like that. Like everybody likes to say that it's like there's actually an issue with like infertility in women and men in the younger generations. Like this is an actual real thing. Yeah, I wonder why. This is an actual real thing. And it's a lot of it is because younger generations are waiting longer to get pregnant, so they have fertility issues because they wait too long. But also just like their overall chemistry because of the, the shit that people put in their bodies in America is just unheard of. So, no, I think this is cool, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Last one?
Or
is it time for a clip?
Last one's about, you know what? Why don't we save, because I feel like we could talk for a good amount about the horse one.
Okay.
So why don't we save that? Why don't we save that for next week, and let's get the clips of the week so you can get out of here on time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Let me find the clip and send you.
I need to bring mine up as well. It's been so nice, chat, being back. Yeah, I missed last week. I just had to like sit there and chat, wishing I was there. Where is my folder? There it is. Boom. Okay. Okay, I've got a few. Let me start with something easy and fun. Which is cat grenade.
That cat very well may not have been fine if after the fact landed on someone.
Well, yeah, it would have probably died if it didn't land on that dude's head.
Yeah.
But it ran off. It hit after it got on the ground. It just ran off. Like it's
so
going.
I mean, to be fair, who knows where it actually fell from? But it probably didn't fall for as long as that whistle's going.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It probably jumped out or fell out. I don't know, because this guy's like away from the wall. So like, I don't know, but the shadow indicates that there's some kind of like overhang here. You know what I mean? But I think the cat was probably up on this overhang and fell off. Oh man. I don't even know what this is.
And what
yeah.
Here is
this is this is one of the funniest things I've seen all week. The best Indian commentator ever.
And what a game here as Johnson kicks towards the goal, and oh my god, Singh makes a fantastic save. But I believe he hit his nuts on the goalpost. He is down. Let us have a closer look at instant replay. Not only just self-sacrifice on this play, but sacrificing future generations as well. Obviously going all out for his team, saving the ball right here, but also losing two on the play, putting his balls on the line. Let us have a moment of silence for this man's fallen brothers. As you see right here, he got to the ball and so did the goalpost. Not only taking one for the team, he took two. Talk about going balls out for a play. With that being said, I would like to take this time to recommend you all to see the Nutcracker movie coming out this winter. Wow, this game is absolutely nuts.
I've seen that so many times and it still cracks me up. Oh man, I got
Oh, that's new. What the fuck?
Uh-oh. This guy, just watch. This guy made a vehicle, a very special vehicle.
I have added brake pads. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull and release. I'll show you later. Maybe I should add, stop the cyber truck. Stop the truck. Safety is first. Fire up the cyber truck.
Stop sign.
Now I have all types of braking systems in development. If you want to see them all, guys, just follow me and I'm gonna show you.
What else do I have? What is? Okay, this will be my last one. This will be my last one. So this is what sword fights in Hollywood could look like. Actually, you know what? This will probably get me copyright struck. Now that I think about it. Probably shouldn't play this. Whatever. I'll delete it if it gets struck. Hey!
Ah, shit. This is awesome to watch. Oh.
Just long, steady sequences of really good choreography. I know who these guys are, NDA. These guys do have drama with Shad, but that's between them. Like, cool is cool, you know? So, those are mine. What do you got?
I sent you that.
Okay, this one from Pepe Fem, FGM. This one?
Yeah. You need to play the audio. You need to play the audio for this.
Yeah, I guess turned it on. So dude got caught cheating, ran back home, and pretended he was there the whole time. Okay.
Hey, you know motherfucking well you ain't supposed to be at that bitch house. What the fuck your dusty ass doing? Yeah, why you running, bitch? Why the fuck you running? Also, you think you gonna go? Where you gonna go, bitch? Where you gonna go, huh? Where the fuck you going? You gotta come home, nigga. You ain't got nowhere else to go, bitch. This nigga think it's a motherfucking joke. I'm thinking, oh, this bitch, he think it's a game. You gonna run to the house after coming to this bitch's? Okay, you wanna go fuck this bitch right around the corner from our house? Okay, nigga, I got your motherfucking ass. You think this shit's a game? Where the fuck? I know he in this shit. I know he thinks he's so fucking slick. Where the fuck? Where the fuck he? Nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? No, bitch. Bring your bum ass back here. Bring your bum ass back. Where the fuck you go? Oh, so you running up steps and shit. I'm
This is amazing.
Oh, so you think you just gonna sit on the motherfucking couch like you ain't moved and like you ain't been at that bitch house?
The fuck is you talking about? I've been sitting here watching fucking TV with your dumb ass.
Then why
I'm joking. I'm dying.
So fucking good.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking good, dude.
I'm dying. I'm dying because it's so funny.
Hold on, there's another video in the fucking reply.
Oh my god. Hang on. I know you gotta go soon, but oh my god. Oh my god. It's the same guy? Oh my god, that was so funny, I almost died. Oh my god.
You need a fucking...
What the fuck you mean you wasn't doing nothing? You clearly was. Don't. Oh my god, he gonna run. They running.
Are these staged?
I don't know.
Because this is like the exact same bit.
No.
Get in the car.
I like how the fucking kid's is running and she's like, what the fuck are you running
Yeah,
for?
what are you doing? Oh my god. That was so funny. Oh my god. And then, okay, you sent me, okay, you got me this. Oh yeah, the Donald Trump Cracker Barrel animation. I've seen this. So let me, come on. Oh, there's no... Okay, I can't play the music. I know I'll get copyright ding for that.
Yep.
It's so weird. That kind of looks like a white Obama. The fact that I think those were all made with the grok thing too.
I think you're right.
Where it's like you give it an image and it'll just animate it. It's just fucking wild. Okay, let me see what else you got. You know, it's already past 8, so we don't got a lot more time. So, what's going on here? What's happening? There we go. Oh, is this him replacing? Okay. Secretary of War does sound kind of like a an oxymoron, doesn't it? Okay, last one. Oh my god, I'm still crying from that fucking first one you showed me. So fucking funny. No! Spider-Man is fucking caked up. Look at that. God damn.
Wait, hold on. He saves the girl first, but then he takes off his fucking mask to kiss Steve.
Oh yeah.
pretty peak.
Oh man.
I need to get off Twitter now because it's upsetting me.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the show, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Oh man.
Yeah, thank you guys for dropping by.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
that was a
got
lot of
into
fun.
a real big rant this time.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I got
know you guys
a
have been
rant. You
listening.
got a rant. It was a good night. With that, you want to real quick say what you got going on next week?
Next week I am going to probably play more Cyberpunk, and maybe me and Pay or Mike are gonna maybe finish Bloodborne, possibly.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where we're at.
Cool. And I'm back to
That's
my
where we're at.
my whole thing is I'm just back to my normal streaming schedule. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe Thursday. God, I'm like fucking acid refluxing from all that laughing. Okay. But yeah, because of the project being over, I can go back to regular streaming again. So yippee!
Yay!
So with that, thanks for hanging out, chat. The watch is yours as always.
Don't forget to fuck yourself as healthy. Bye.
Take care.